Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Black Dragon Tavern. I'm your host, Dante.
I'm Deacon.
Good to have you here. So, we got a lot to cover tonight. It's kind of
Whole
cool. We're,
lot.
we're doing things a little backwards tonight. We're going to bring you a game from the Battle Zone. Usually, we do Friday nights, we do from the workbench after we do Fireside Chat. But tonight, we have a special guest. So, I'll tell you a little bit about that later on. But before we do that, I just want to give a couple thanks and shout outs to some people who followed us last week. One of which is Matt. Thanks, Matt, out of DC, or well, now formerly DC. Now he's in California.
Yeah.
So,
Cool.
boy, that was a big goof right there. He's gonna go, "What the hell is this guy on crack or what?" And the other one is Vince from our local Warhammer gaming store. So, thanks, Vince, for following us.
Yeah, thanks for telling
Hopefully,
man.
you'll tune in and check us out. If you don't catch us live, catch us on the VOD. We also uploaded our videos to YouTube. So we've got the YouTube channel. We'll plug that a little bit later. We'll put that in the socials, along with our Instagram and our Facebook, and we'll tell you all about those.
And the Discord, don't forget
And the
that.
Discord. I was going
Yeah.
to save that for a little while, but
Oh,
I'm,
you
I'm
were?
glad you mentioned
Too
that.
bad.
But
We made
well,
a Discord. Yeah.
we made it. You want to tell them about it?
No, you go ahead.
All right. Well, you brought it up. Anyway, yeah. So we're working on a Discord channel, and people have been asking for links to things that we're referencing, like the 51 books, the 51 sci-fi books out in July from IO9, and I believe I posted that to our Facebook page. But now we're actually going to have a Discord channel where we can, or our own server rather, where we can send stuff like that and upload images and stuff like that. So keep an eye out for that. We'll post more on all the social channels and tell you about that as that gets a little closer to launching. Um, well, let's recap. Like last week, we did the Friday was the
Last
inaugural.
week we did nothing.
Well, that's true. Last week, see, I'm so hyper, I can't even get my head straight. Yeah, actually, last week we did some really cool stuff, but we'll tell you about that in just a minute. So, 2 weeks ago, we launched our inaugural stream, and the first night was kind of a train wreck, like we thought, but we had
Yep.
fun. Learned a whole lot of lessons, came back the next night much stronger, didn't let any dead airspace
Yeah.
fill the channel, so that's kind of
Pretty
good.
happy with that.
Had a lot of lessons that we learned, and it went pretty smoothly. We even got to pull off a game of zombies, and of course you won.
Oh, like
You kicked my
always.
butt like always. Okay, the last two games we played, you won. So I'm looking forward to seeing how you do tonight, and we'll see how that goes once we launch over into the battle zone. But in case you missed it, the video's out there on Twitch. You can watch both episodes, episode 1 and episode 2. And I took a peek at them again, and the audio
Yeah, me
quality's
too.
pretty good.
I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. Yeah.
Good. I know you're pretty critical about that kind of stuff, so
Can be.
yeah, you can be.
Sometimes.
No, I'm not being overly critical of you. I'm just teasing you. But yeah, no, I appreciate your feedback on that because it's always good to have another set of eyes looking at that. And for those of you who are out in the audience, like I see we got who's out there? D
Chris,
Minecrafter.
we
Yeah,
got
Chris. Hey,
and,
Chris, how's it going?
Matt's tuning in.
And who else is tuning in?
Matt?
Matt.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, just texted him. Said he's tuning in.
Nice. Like,
So-
okay, that'd be great. Hopefully hopefully we'll be able to see him in the chat. If not, let's hopefully if he's not there, hopefully he didn't hear me screw up and say where he was in DC when he's not, when he's in California. It's nerves. It's broadcast nerves, and of course, because this is still new, it's going to take a while to get over that. But anyway, yeah. So Deacon, you mentioned a good point. Like, we were off last weekend because we had
Yeah.
family that came in from out of town.
Yep.
And we did some cool things. We went to a place here in Wisconsin called Cave of the Mounds. And if you're local, I definitely recommend that you check it out if you haven't seen it. It's a short, sweet tour. It's only like 30 to 45 minutes. Most of it's self-paced. They do have guides that are in there that will help you and talk about some of the key features of the cave. And I was really happy that I got to see my nephew for the first time in years and take him in there. And incidentally, he helped inspire a couple of thoughts that Deacon and I had about.
A couple cave videos that we can make. One of them is recording a video on why fighting D&D style weapons and like swords and whatnot, why fighting in a cave would just be completely out of the picture, because let me tell you, some of the spaces in that cave were pretty tight. I had to duck down a couple times, and I'm taller than you. So,
This is
well,
true. There were some
just about
corkscrew
the same
twists
height.
in there, and
Yeah.
even though I dropped 50 pounds, it was I could feel myself touching up against the front and the back of the cave walls. So there are definitely places where, like, if you're a D&D player, that ain't gonna happen. You're not gonna be swinging a sword, swinging a
Yep.
mace, let alone a pole arm down there. But there were some galleries, or what do they call them? Galleys, galleries, the really long, tall, and wide ones.
Galleries, I think.
Yeah, I think they are galleries where you could definitely do that and get away with it.
Well, we got the nod of approval from him when we said galleries.
We got the
so.
nod of approval from our guest. You can't see him, but he's off screen right now. But we'll introduce our guest in a little bit here. But the thing that had me cracking up, that I still like almost spit my food out every day when I think about it, is your idea about Troop
My
352.
Yeah, Troop 352, the best Boy Scouting troop.
So Chris, pay attention.
Yeah, Chris, make sure you listen to this. I was thinking, we could do a YouTube video, help the kids in Troop 352, help them get their cave exploration badge, paint them green, throw them in the cave, and fight them like goblins.
So we'd have our
Oh,
very own personal pack of goblins. Oh, we're getting the look of disapproval. But these kids would probably be happier
It'd
than
be
pigs
great.
and
It's like
slop.
It's like a what LARP experience? It's
Yeah.
just like LARPing.
They could get two badges in one. They could get their little cave explorer badge and their LARP badge. I don't know if there's such a thing, but maybe Chris
there
can
should
tell
be.
us.
Chris, you should make a LARP badge. Make that a thing.
Anyway, I mean, come on. Like, do you want to see that? Do you want to see us do a video?
I
paint
do.
up a whole troop of Boy Scouts or Cub Scouts. We can work with Cave of the Mounds, try to get a permission to do it, and
See
then
if
we
they'll sponsor it.
see if they'll sponsor it. Yeah, Tales from
Goblins are people too. They are, I guess.
They are. I know, and I know we're poking fun at goblins, but that's a good point. Like with all the
if we're
changes that are
painting kids
going on.
green, then I suppose you do have to call them people, but whatever.
With all the changes going on to D&D Fifth Edition and that, and the more DE and I, diversity, equity, and inclusion. I suppose goblins aren't inherently evil. This is true. So neither are orcs, and we understand that. So, but anyway, it was a pretty funny thought. The other thing I wanted to talk about, which I think I worked into the title here, Tacos and Trolls, because we were on the subject of caves, is, oh my God, I didn't discover it, but newly discovered to me, I should say, I came upon one of the best taco places I've hit in Madison in a long time. And what's that?
So what does this have to do with caves? I missed your transition.
Well, Tacos and Trolls, that's the name of the episode.
Oh, I
so,
see. Okay.
yeah, I know, I move a little fast.
It all makes sense now. Okay.
It all makes sense. So, on to the tacos.
Oh, yeah.
So, what's the name of that place over there by the mall? Global Market?
It's
Global Mart?
like, it's...
Quickie Mart? It's not Quickie Mart. That's
No,
Kevin Smith.
What is it? It's like global...
I want to say Global Market.
We were just
I think
there.
it's the Global Food Market.
Global Food Market. Okay.
Global Food and
And I
Market.
always get it confused with World Market, which is a whole
Yeah.
different store, kind of like a Pier 1. Anyway, point being, they specialize in Asian goods from all over Asia, and they have several restaurants around in their food
Oh, a
court.
ton.
And then they do. There's so many.
They have Chinese, Japanese, Thai, Hmong. They have Korean.
Yeah.
All sorts of stuff. You can get
Vietnamese.
Yep.
Laotian or Laotian. I'm not sure how to
The
pronounce that.
Vietnamese
Laotian.
restaurant is really good there.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, so the one of the gems, and I'm not saying it's the gem, but one of the gems in there is a Tex-Mex place, of all places. And I was really surprised. And I've been trying food. I've been trying to try food from each restaurant as we go in there. And so last time we were in there, I took a closer look because it can be overwhelming. There are so many different things to choose from on there. And the menus are not just, here's a half a dozen things, take your pick, enjoy. These are like full on, 50, 60 item menus.
some of them, yeah.
So it can be overwhelming.
It
Yeah, some
can
of them. But I mean, the bigger majority, I think, of the restaurants have big packed menus like that.
they do.
So this Tex-Mex place, A-Rod's Tex-Mex American Grill. Crazy name. But I decided I wanted to try it because he had birria tacos. And Not only that, he had a tamale platter, which had 2 tamales and 2 birria tacos. So I got to chatting with the owner, and he told me about where he's from. He came here from Chicago in 1969, and settled into Madison, and so he had some good stories. But more importantly, I really wanted to know what were the tacos
Oh
like.
yeah,
And I
that's
told
the
him I was
important
having a
thing.
hard time finding birria tacos around town, and there was one other place that I found them, and I didn't tell it to him by name because I didn't want to. We liked the place,
Hmm.
and he said, "How were they?" And I said, "They were good, but I think I make them better." He goes, "Well, you have to tell me how mine are." So I go, "I definitely will." And I got to tell you, they were pretty good. They were fantastic.
I
They
didn't get a
were
chance to eat any because you ate all of them up before I could, but I
well.
really wanted to try them.
Well, no, I split them with your mom, so
Okay, you both ate them before I
So
could get any
she
then.
had one of the tamales and one of the tacos, and I had the other half of the dinner. So the charros were good. That's the beans. For those of you who don't know what charros are, they're not like the mashed refried beans. They're whole pinto beans with lots of stuff in them. You got jalapenos and onions, and there's a little bit of bacon in there, and there's really good tasting. The rice was fantastic. I have to tell you,
Yeah.
out of all the restaurants we've been to in the greater Madison area,
Yep.
they've got the best rice.
Oh,
I would
easily.
put it up there with mine.
Yeah.
I
It
mean,
was.
it wasn't just orange
No,
and
yeah,
no
exactly.
flavor.
There
It was
was.
they had
Oh, it was good. It was very
yeah,
good.
they had real vegetables in there, and they had real flavor and real depth to it.
You
So
could taste something more than just salt for once. It was
yeah,
great.
exactly. Yep, or nothing.
Yeah, or nothing.
Yeah. So like I said, you get the nuclear orange and no flavor, and that's not my thing.
Hmm.
So you can tell what I love. But anyway, so that's another thing. So if you're on the east side of Madison over by East Town Mall and you're craving some tacos, stop into the Global Food Mart
Oh,
and Food Market and check out A Rod's Tex Mex American Grill.
I might just have to swing by there tomorrow myself.
Yeah, yeah, for lunch.
Yep.
We could do that to
That'd
celebrate
be sick.
the third episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So what's going on with you, Deacon?
Not too much. I have finally gotten back into painting my catachans. I picked up the army and I said, okay, I'm getting this like right in the middle of quarantine. School is like just finishing up. I've done all the big stuff that I need to do for school. I can knock all of these out. I can get them done. And then they sat on the shelf for like 5 months. And now
Big shock.
yeah, big shock. Now almost what did I say, 5 months? And that was now going on almost a full year later. I have finally picked them back up. So I got some more stuff for that. I got a couple tanks. I got some infantry. I got some pretty cool stuff. And I've actually started painting them. And it's going slowly because there are a lot of them. Because it is an infantry heavy army. There's like, I think 60 soldiers alone, not counting any of the vehicles, plus like all of the other stuff. It's a lot, but it's going pretty good. I've been watching like clips from Predator and
Well, that's good inspiration for
oh
that.
totally,
For
yeah.
painting that army up.
Yep. Watching all of that, like the other movies, some of the other stuff like Apocalypse Now, Full Metal Jacket, that stuff. So I've been getting in the mood to paint them. It's been pretty fun. So I'm hoping that within the next decade or so I can have them finished up. But that's wishful thinking.
Well, that'll be interesting to see once you got them all painted up, because that again, some good background for inspiration for getting the color of the camo
Yeah.
and just the different gritty look that they have.
Oh yeah.
So very cool. So the other thing I was going to talk about, I was looking at my notes, and I know everybody's probably talking about this, and there are a lot of people who are excited about it, but I finally bit the bullet and went out to YouTube and watched it. And the Dune trailer, the second Dune trailer,
I haven't
dropped.
gotten it.
And it's like I think I want to say like a 6-minute trailer or something like that. And it was interesting. I'm holding judgment for the movie because I want to see the movie, and they've had such a difficult time making like a good version of it. I mean, it's a huge book. It's almost impossible to be entirely faithful to the book without really going in depth in the movie. Um, but this one looks like a really interesting take on it. So I'm curious to see how they go into the different houses and the different factions and how all that stuff's going to be handled because there's a lot of background
Yeah,
story. And
there
if they don't
is.
give you background story on a lot of the elements, it's going to
It's
be like the one
yeah.
with Kyle MacLachlan. People will watch it and they won't know what's going on. The original Dune, you know. So that also had Sting in it too, by the way. He played Fade. I think that was his name. Anyway,
I'm kind of excited for it. I think, good or bad, I think Dave Bautista is gonna hold it together.
he's pretty cool.
He is, yeah. There are, I don't know if you've seen any of the tweets or whatever that have the actors in them, but they have a pretty good lineup as far as actors go and like who all is in the movie. It looks good. I can't remember any of the other ones besides Dave, but what is his name? Like Dave Bautista.
Dave Bautista. Yeah. Yeah.
Oscar Isaac's in it.
Oscar Isaac,
Mhm.
yeah. Isn't the woman?
Zendaya. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's.
She's in it. Tilda Swinton.
Tilda Swinton.
Yeah. Pretty sure.
Yeah.
I don't remember catching her, but maybe she's the Bene Gesserit
I don't know.
priestess. Is that
Um,
It's I'm so rusty on all the let's say not still suit,
Timothy Chalamet.
but rereading. Dennis Villeneuve. Yeah, that's who's directing it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chris.
Yeah, thank you. Timothy Chalamet is in it, I think. I
Is
remember
that
seeing his name.
Vince B7D40?
No clue.
I think it is. It might be.
Might be, yeah. Hello, if it is you.
Yeah,
But,
Vince, if that's you, I think that's you. How's it going? Glad to see that you're on the stream. I gotta stop waving at people. It's force of habit.
I mean, I've been doing
That's
the whole thing
that's the
too,
good that's
so.
the good Wisconsin boy. Hi there, how you doing?
Anyways, I'm pretty sure Tilda Swinton is in it. Although I could be wrong.
I don't think she is. I just googled it and she's not on the cast list.
That's weird.
Yeah, I
I've
don't
seen
remember
a lot
seeing
of,
her, but
I've seen a lot of stuff recently. Her hanging out with all of the other actors that are in it. So could be, no clue.
nice.
That's awesome.
What freaked me out is the scene with Baron Harkonnen when he's like rising up like this.
I haven't watched the second trailer yet.
Oh yeah, you got to see it.
I will probably end up watching it.
You
tonight.
never read the book, so you know, and I don't know if you saw the first one, so a lot of it might.
Of the book.
Okay.
They had it at the library when I was still in school, and I would pick it up every now and then. And I decided that it was too much to try and read at once. So
Yeah, you should you either go through it or try to find the Cliff's Notes version of it. Like I said, I'm a little rusty because it's been a long time since I've read that, and there have been so many other sci-fi and fantasy books that I've taken in since then. But there was another movie trailer I was gonna mention too that I just saw. It's not a movie trailer. It was an announcement, and I'm super excited about it. And we didn't really talk about this on the last couple of streams, but I wanted to bring this up because of my recent purchase of like 5 of the OSTs for it. Cowboy Bebop. Netflix is going to have a live-action Cowboy Bebop coming out this fall, and take it with a grain of salt. Like, there are a lot of people who are really skeptical about it. The actors and actresses lined up for that look really cool. And I would hope that at least some of our followers have seen the original Cowboy Bebop anime series. If you haven't, please do yourself a favor and watch it. It's 26 episodes.
they're all fairly short.
And then,
too.
they're all fairly short, but what's nice about it is the whole genre is really hard to nail down to one thing. It's noir, it's a space opera, it's a western, you know, it's mystery, it's sci-fi, it's all of that crammed into this fantastic story, these characters that they really give a lot of depth and background for. And I gotta tell you, in my opinion, it has probably the best soundtrack out there for any anime ever produced. I know it's a huge statement, but I stand by that.
I'd have to agree.
And I just picked up those 5 CDs, so now I can burn those in MP3 because they're all imports from Japan. So convert those to MP3, put them on my music stick, and then I'll be a very happy boy. So, but we'll see. You know, Netflix Cowboy Bebop live action film. I don't know if it's going to be a series or a whole. I think it's going to be a series.
It is a series, yeah.
And I can't remember how many parts it is.
It's like 10 episodes, an hour an episode, something like that.
Yeah. Despite having like 2 weeks to prep for this, like I took crap for notes this week.
I looked
You
at a
know?
couple things on Chrome, like
Yeah,
20
what'd you look
minutes
at?
ago.
What kind of stuff did you look at?
Not much.
Not much. So you're gonna be
Back
sitting
to
there
the-
trying to fill in the
mhm,
gaps.
yeah.
Okay.
So back to the Cowboy Bebop thing. I'm pretty skeptical with that. Like, I don't think, in my opinion, there has been any good live action anime movie.
Can't argue with you there. Like Death Note was kind of a big stink.
Yeah,
You know
Death
exactly what I'm
Note.
talking about. The numerous attempts at that.
Yep, Death Note sucked.
Although they
well,
did a good job of like
Ryuk.
bringing Ryuk to life.
Okay, he looked awesome. Other than that, the live action one sucked. But this is a series, and you don't really see many live action anime series. And I think that could be a good thing.
I really wonder how they're gonna do it. I wonder if what they're gonna do is like try to recreate the movie, knock it on heaven's door, rather than going for, because okay, you have 26 episodes, and let's say they do 10 live episodes at an hour apiece.
I don't think they're recreating it. I think it's a new storyline.
Like a whole new storyline.
I think they are doing the episodic format where it's like each episode is
Thumbs up there, yeah.
I think it's going to be like the series where each episode follows a loosely connected plot that takes them to different areas.
Yeah, I really, really, truly hope they do a lot of background development on the characters, though, and they don't just make them hollow somebody filling the role and playing the cool,
Yeah.
Spike, but, and Jet Black and Faye Valentine and Ed and Ein. I wonder how they're going to do Ein. That'll be cool. If they're going to actually have a real
they
core
will,
gear,
yeah.
they're going to have a CG thing.
I think they are going to have a real dog for that because I've read things about that.
That's cool.
Those I think are the only two actors who they haven't announced yet are Ed and Ein.
I wonder if it's the kind of thing too. Like I just have so many questions. Like I wonder if they're going to do it so that they leave it open ended, so that they can like continue it and
I'd have to imagine
subsequent episodes if it takes off, if it's popular, Which brings us all the way back around to the ending of the movie, which now, what 26 years later or whatever, I'm finding out now that like they intentionally left it open when I thought that was it. I thought that was the end of Spike.
The director of it, or the creator of the show, specifically said that they wanted you to not be able to tell whether or not
Yeah, but that's new to me, like in the last year or two.
Okay.
So, having watched it a long time ago, I'm trying to see what it's saying this thing. Also enjoying Pink Floyd and the soundtrack. Nice.
The Doom trailer we're seeing there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I'll have to watch that later tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dark
Man.
Side of the Moon.
Yeah. Speaking of the Dark Side of the Moon, another person, or a couple more people, just got launched up into space, and to give them some credit, they actually did go to space, which is more than the last guy could say, but it's ridiculous, man. $28 million is how much he paid for that seat, that kid that was on there.
That's
ridiculous.
Wow, just to think that somebody's got that much money that they can blow on a. And didn't you say there was like some kind of screw up where his dad was supposed to go?
No, so this other guy had booked the ticket before. And they had 4 seats, and the last seat was done as an auction. And because I think the other 2 people that were on there besides Bezos were his family or something like that. But the last seat was done as an auction.
Shocked, I tell you,
Yeah.
shocked.
And it ended up going up to about 28 million or something like that. And later the guy said that he had scheduling issues with that. And that he needed to re-auction the ticket because he had something else going on that day. So
Yeah, that sounds like super weak.
yeah, it does.
I
But,
mean, you know how I feel about that whole thing, and,
Yeah.
and if Matt's on here, he's gonna roll his eyes and go, "Here he goes again about Branson being a tool."
but,
I mean,
I was listening to these people talk about it, and they made a good point. Like, what the hell kind of thing do you have that's going to make scheduling issues for that? What do you put above going to space?
Right.
Like-
Let's see. I just spent $28 million. I'm getting my hair done that day.
Yeah.
Can't make it.
Yep.
Sorry, Jeff.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's a real shame. I've got a dinner date. It's can't really. It's tight schedule.
Yeah,
Sorry. Oh well.
I'm loving seeing all the jokes flying around. Like, that's a really big dick that went to space, and the rocket ship is pretty large too.
Yep.
Just all that kind of stuff. It's like it was just, you can't rate this stuff. It writes itself. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Again, those are my feelings on it. I just, for all that money, they could be doing so much better. Solving world hunger and whatnot.
B70's Matt.
B70 is Matt.
Matt.
Hi, Matt.
Yeah. How's it going?
So
We
he's
completely
like
got that wrong.
he's probably there. He's probably like, oh Jesus, there goes Ephraim again, talking about it. I'm just not. I mean, okay, good for the technology development and all that, but what's going to happen? It's going to make like another industry, another few people rich in
Yeah.
that industry, you
Yep.
know, and like it'll be nowhere in our lifetime where we'll be able to see affordable tickets for space. Stop picking on billionaires.
Speaking of picking on billionaires, that leads me right into the next thing I wanted to say.
Nice segue.
Yeah. So same thing, and I was just telling you this earlier. The what is it, Blue Origin or whatever their company is called? I think that's the name of the company, not the rocket. Although I could be wrong. Their rocket that they went up in was not piloted on the rocket. It was all controlled by the people down on Earth in the control room, and this person was saying, right as the rocket launched, everybody who has an Alexa should just start yelling at their Alexa, telling it like, hey Alexa, divide by 0. Hey Alexa, do this really big math problem and try to short circuit it so that the rocket malfunctions.
Now that's not nice. I wouldn't go that far.
Well, if you're saying that's not nice, you should read what we just said. Billionaires are goblins too.
Billionaires are goblins too. Yeah.
Hey Paraj, how's it going?
Hey Paraj, good to see you. Glad you could join. Maybe we could get Alex on here if he's not running his stream right now.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to have to connect with him real soon. Like I said, we had family in town last week, so we didn't do our live stream, but we're catching up for lost time here and get a chance to connect with him and maybe do a raid of his channel or vice versa. Do some cross promotion. That'd be pretty cool. Oh, another thing I wanted to mention. This is really super cool. If you are in Madison this weekend and you're looking for something to do, go to the Facebook page for the Wisconsin Golden Gloves. And they have, this weekend is the Wisconsin Golden Gloves boxing tournament. And it's incredible. It's been running all day long. They've had 30 bouts, or over 30 bouts by now. Each bout is 3 rounds per boxing match. So just, if you're a boxing fan, that's like your dream come true. A whole weekend of boxing. So that's a big thing that our family is involved in with Coach Andrea, helping her put that on and sponsor that and run the social media behind it. And super cool. And I know you were talking about wanting to go there tomorrow for a little bit.
Yeah, that'd be my second time. I made it out to the one. I don't think it was last year. I don't think they did theirs last year because that was
they didn't because of COVID. It was like right before. It was the year before that.
Yeah, so the one the year before that, I made it out to there, and that was pretty fun. That was after I had been taking lessons with them for a while, and it was kind of cool to be able to like take the lessons and go out and actually see it, and also get to see the people with all of the names, all of the boxing names. Did you hear any of those? Do you remember?
Oh yeah, well obviously the one that stuck out for me that I wish I would have come up with for myself was the Mexicutioner.
Oh yeah, the Mexicutioner. That was I'd pick him. That's who I put my bets on. There was also, I can't remember all of them, but the Ringworm stuck out.
The Ringworm. That's a good name for a boxer, the Ringworm.
But yeah, I think they fought, and I could be wrong in that, but I think that was one of the fights, the Mexicutioner versus the Ringworm.
That's cool. That's cool. What does it say? Only in game. Tavern brawls are all the rage. Yeah, we won't have any tavern brawls here, I promise you. I know where the real weapons are versus the foam weapons. So, Wisconsin Golden Gloves. Check it out if you get a chance, and it's for a good cause, for good people there. So, we like I said earlier, if you joined the stream late, we're going to be doing fireside chat here for about another, I don't know, I can't
30
see what
minutes
time
or
it is,
so?
about another
Sounds
half an
right.
hour or so. And then we're going to be bringing you a game from the Battle Zone. And usually we do that on Saturday night. So usually on Fridays we do fireside chat, and then from the workbench, where we do kit bashing and painting of minis and models and all kinds of fun stuff. And then on Saturdays we do fireside chat and uh, games from the Battle Zone. So this week we're gonna be doing an old classic that I'm really excited about. I apologize. I'm really excited about. It's called HeroQuest. So
Yeah.
this is old school RPG board game that harkens back to the days, the early days of like D&D, second edition.
I haven't played this in
And
so long.
and yeah, in a long time. Like you and I played it
Yeah.
years ago, but we didn't get through
Years ago.
all the adventures, because you were still a little young and you were learning it. So it'll be really interesting to see what the replayability is like on it now after revisiting it.
Yeah.
So I cheated a little bit and I got some of the stuff set up on the table. I didn't want to bore people to death when we get to that segment by putting out all the game pieces on there. But for that segment, we're going to be joined by a special guest. We're going to be joined by Deacon's boyfriend, Gryphon.
Who's off screen.
So who's off screen but says hello. So it'll be
think that
exciting. That's our first guest, and I know
Yeah.
Chris is going to have a fit because he asked if he could be a guest. If we were gonna, well, actually, I don't know if he asked if he could be a guest. He said, "Are you going to have special guests?" And I told him, "Yeah, eventually at some point we'll get there." So
he's been
we're-
eyeing the
we're
guest
just-
spot for a while.
we're gonna break that seal tonight and do that. So that'll be super
Yeah.
cool. And
Get over here, man. We'll throw you into an RPG game. That's how you get your guest seat.
yeah, Chris, you gotta like get a sitter and then sneak out and come on over here, and then bring on the Gryphon. Yeah, all right, we will. So what else is cooking, Deacon? Oh, I got you right as you're about to take a bite of
yeah.
food. So this is the guy that tells me, "Oh, never eat on stream. Nobody wants to see you eat on stream." So I don't. Otherwise, I'd be throwing down on some snacks right about now. But
I said not to show off your food on stream.
well, okay, we can agree to disagree on that. But
No, I said.
But they have streams. They have whole Twitch channels with people eating. I watched one just to see what it was like. It was interesting to say the least.
Yeah, it's.
It was a couple that went out and bought takeout, and they brought it home and they unboxed it just like you would with like a new game, and they talked
Chow?
about what was in the.
It is soup. It's a really nice stew that he made. It's got chicken, potato, some beans.
Yeah, it's called Southwest Chicken Stew, and it's like a white chicken chili with cannella beans. You can use Great Northern beans. It's got chicken thighs, potatoes, jalapenos, corn, chicken stock,
I love that.
onions,
name so much.
garlic,
Great
oregano.
Northern beans.
cumin, oregano, and a little bit of salt.
It is very tasty. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like we love this. We make a big old pot of it, like that big, and then we'll suck it down in a weekend. It just goes so quick, But that's another thing. That's another thing we could do is we could do like a cooking stream.
That would be cool.
Make set some cameras up in the backyard, do some grilling.
We could recreate the entire Hobbit meal for a stream.
Recreate the Hobbit meal. No, I don't know that I want to do that, but I'm happy to
It's
post
a whole lot of content.
some pictures of our Hobbit meal online on the gram.
Oh yeah.
That's another thing for those of you who are out there following us. Check out our Instagram channel. It's Instagram.com/Black Dragon Tavern Online. So,
Or if you use the app and you can't go to the URL, just Black Dragon Tavern Online.
Yeah.
I believe it is at Black Dragon Tavern Online. Instagram's doing an app thing now, so.
okay, that's good to know.
Heroes Feast D&D cookbook. I do want to pick that up or find a free copy online and take a look at that because it sounds like it'd be kind of cool. Like there'd be some neat stuff in there.
It does, and thanks. That's Paraj, right? Yep. Thanks, Paraj, for the mention on that.
Do not eat hobbits on stream.
Do not eat, yeah, or Cub Scouts
Or Cub Scouts, yeah.
dressed as goblins. But anyway,
Hobbits, there's a lot you can do with them. It's much better than mutton. You can throw them in a stew. You can make
mutton. I'm tired of mutton. Just like Tom and Bill, the trolls. Anyway,
Oh, you have a copy. Sorry to interrupt.
he
but
has
you have
a copy.
How
Nice.
is it? Are there
Well,
any good
see,
recipes in there?
so I'm holding out for like I don't know, Father's Day or Christmas or my birthday, and they don't pick up the hint. They always ask me, "What do you want?" I'll go, "Oh, I don't know." So maybe I'll put that on my wish list.
You always say I don't know, so we take that as you don't know.
How
We
long?
got you the Obi-Wan Kenobi shirt. That
Yeah,
should be
you
good
did,
enough.
and that was really cool. So yeah, I'll wear that on the stream next time.
Definitely.
But so yeah, Mike Camilleri asked me about that if
Oh,
I
he
had
did.
seen that book.
Oh, I thought you were saying he asked you about the shirt.
No, not the shirt. I don't think he's seen the shirt, but the book, because I was talking about a project I was working on, a game module that I was writing, and it made mention of a particular cookbook that I made. I came up with the title for, and it was just a prop, just going to be a small kind of a jokey kind of a thing, and then it sort of blossomed into a bigger project, So I never got around to finishing that, but I would love to. And then all of a sudden, like, oh look, D&D must be like bugging my house, taking all my ideas. Not that happened, but let's see. What does he say? There's some good recipes in here.
Bacon wrapped
Meat pies.
asparagus sounds like something you
Nice.
might like.
I wonder how fiddly was that? Like bacon wrapped asparagus. Like I've done bacon wrapped dates, bacon wrapped figs, bacon wrapped
You've made
filet mignons.
had?
Yeah, no, I've made them.
Okay, yeah.
You're not really into that kind of stuff, the dates and the figs and that, but
No, but the filet mignon.
but the
bacon,
fillets,
oh,
yeah, you
that
like the
was
fillets.
nice.
Bacon wrapped shrimp, that's another one I've done. And now
I
you
know
like
what
shrimp.
I know what I want to try.
Yeah. So, when Grandpa took us out the other day for dinner, when Matt and your cousin were here, Thomas,
Didn't they have?
they
something
had
like that,
bacon wrapped dates.
Yeah, yeah, I
they were
remember you were
really
talking
good,
about that, yeah.
good appetizers. But that was funny because going back to that reminded me of like when we were in the cave, and you and Thomas were ahead of us.
Yeah.
I screamed out, "My precious!" and it echoed off the cave, and this guy's spine was straight as an arrow, scared the shit out of
I
him.
jumped. Oh my god, that scared the hell out of me.
But I know the group in front of us
Yeah.
heard it too.
They
They had
did.
to have, because they were saying, "Oh, it's like Lord of the Rings," and that's why
Yeah.
I whipped that out. So
Yeah, he was wearing an onion on his belt. He's just that old. That's what they did back
and that's
in the day.
just what they did because that was the fashion back then. There's somebody who gets it. That's hilarious. Too funny. So, what else do we have here, Deacon? This is turning into another episode where like the dead air is gonna creep in like a zombie on us if we don't talk.
Potluck with a D&D theme. That would be a really fun thing. You'd have to make it a costume party. Everybody comes dressed as their character.
That's funny. And so there are at least a couple of people on here who got to see the original pictures that I posted when Deacon and I did the Hobbit meal over the past holiday. We did a Christmas and New Year cook-off. We really did. And it was inspired by another guy, a YouTuber by the name of Babish. And he's got a show, Cooking with Babish, or I don't know what the pronouns are. Maybe I should say they, just to be safe.
Binging with Babish.
What is it?
Binging with Babish. is the
Binging
name
with
of the show.
Babish? Not
Yeah.
Cooking with Babish?
Binging
Okay.
with Babish.
Binging with
You
Babish.
get the alliteration.
So, you get the alliteration.
Yeah.
The alliteration.
Mm-hmm.
Astounding. Anyway, Binging with Babish. And if you're on YouTube and you're bored and you want to check it out, he's got a couple of episodes there for, I think it was like his 100th episode, where he does a 2-part series.
Yeah.
And he does the Lord of the Rings meals. And what he did was he went through the books, essentially, and found all the things that the hobbits were mentioning, or that Gandalf was mentioning, or anybody mentioning food. And he made a list, and then he cooked for like 5 days or something like that. Deacon and I did that, but we took it a little farther. We went and we watched The Hobbit on top of the Lord of the Rings, and I did some research back in the books. So we added things, and at the end of it, I think we came out with like a 12-course meal.
Oh, more than that.
And we set it up here in the Nerd Nest on the big table, and we did like a whole spread with candles and breads and sausages and cheese and fruits and
Most of which we made ourselves too. Well, the bread.
standing tomahawk rib roast that was about the size of a small baby, and just all kinds of baked goods and mincemeat pies and you name it.
Oh, honey cakes, tea loaf, apple tart, rabbit stew.
Potatoes, lots of potatoes. So, um, yeah, I put those pictures up on Facebook. So what we'll do is we'll get some of those on Instagram, and then hopefully maybe by the end of the weekend we can get the Discord server up and running, and that might be another place
Yeah.
where we could post that kind of stuff as well, and have a couple of different channels to post the medias on the socials.
Something like that.
Yeah. So if you're watching, do us a favor and hit that follow button on the Twitch channel. We'd super appreciate that. We're just going to keep plugging along here. And in about
20 minutes,
in about
well,
15 minutes or so, we'll flip over to the game setup. We'll take a little intermission. So if you join us for the first time, what we do is we'll just throw on a little screen here and pause for about 15 minutes, get the table set up, and then we'll start the stream up. We'll have a countdown timer on there. Unfortunately, we don't have any happy music to keep you company while you're waiting for the second segment. But
because copyright is
yeah,
so great.
yeah, the Digital Millennium Copyright Act has not been nice to streamers, so
Not at all.
we can't even whistle a tune because we could get hit with a DMCA strike, and we don't want to do that right out of the gate.
Yeah.
So
And I mean, there have been some ridiculous things with that. Like, I don't know how many of you guys read stories about this, but Metallica got DMCA'd for playing their own music on stream.
yeah,
They were doing a live concert, and their channel got paused because they were playing copyrighted music. So,
which
real brilliant.
I'm grinning from ear to ear over here because back in the
LimeWire.
early days of like peer-to-peer sharing,
Yeah.
peer-to-peer network sharing, when everybody's pirating music, LimeWire and
So-
Napster, they were like the
Oh yeah.
number one band to speak
Mhm.
out against digital music, and all of a sudden,
Oh yeah.
you
Lars
know,
Ulrich
they're
personally suing
playing their-
everybody who was on LimeWire.
that's right. So now, like, it's funny, it's ironic that they get copyrighted for playing their own music.
Yeah.
But YouTube is the big nasty when it
YouTube
comes to that.
is-
Their
horrible.
algorithms are like just out of control.
Well, it's not even the algorithm either. Anybody can copyright claim a video, even
Well,
if they don't own the copyright.
Yes, but part of the biggest part of the problem that is a problem. But the bigger problem, according to Harris Heller, anyway, he's another YouTuber who does music that streamers can use. He calls it copyright free, but also admits that there is no such thing as copyright free because the minute you write it and produce it and publish it, you own the copyright to it. And I know there's other things where you've got to file the copyright with the USPTO or the US Copyright Office, not the USPTO. That's patent and trademark. And it's funny because we have an IP expert on the stream in the chat. But anyway, point being, their algorithms are the ones that hear the music and detect it and will, like, even from somebody whistling, just give you a smackdown.
Yep.
The
And then the worst part is
I don't know what you call them, copyright swatters that turn you in for false claims. Like you were talking about the ones that will turn you in for copyright and they'll go, "Oh, I have copyright to that video," when they really don't, and they
I
can get you
wouldn't
shut
call it
down.
swatting or anything. That's
Well,
like,
it's in a way, like, I know what swatting is, but I
Yeah.
mean I'm trying to think of like the
I
equivalent.
mean, it's just. Says I'm trying to take a break from my job.
Sorry, Matt.
um.
But it is a big issue.
Yeah.
It is a big problem for streamers, though.
So yeah, anybody can copyright claim a video, and the issue with that is, when you claim a video saying that you own the copyright to something in that video, you receive all of the proceeds, like all of the money made off of that video for the next 30 days while the review is processed. And it's not even a human processing the review because there's too many of them for it to process.
Yeah.
So
It gets pretty deep in the
Yeah.
weeds with the details of it, but it's not good. It's
like,
not pretty.
You can't reach out to them because they
Yeah.
ignore anybody who's
There's
a small
no
creator.
support, no customer service for that, no real
Well,
easy way to do it.
there's customer support, but they ignore most of the things in there. You need to you need to cause a big enough show on social media for them to take any notice.
Yeah,
So,
you know, they're the giant, and it's really not cool that they're hitting people that hard.
yeah.
But you know, I guess like what I'd be curious about is Stream Beats, is revisiting that and seeing, you know, now of course that's one that you've got to set up Spotify now, and have a playlist, and then you can do it through your Stream Deck. So we could do that. We could put music on here. I just don't know how much of a benefit
Thing
it would
is,
be.
though, you start to have issues if you're using Spotify because Spotify runs ads.
Yeah,
And then there's a problem with running ads on stream that aren't channel ads.
yeah, that
so,
aren't sponsored by Twitch, or produced or broadcast by Twitch. Yeah, I hear you. So the whole landscape of live streaming is really changing. It's changing pretty drastically.
Yeah.
And it's like walking through a minefield at times. You have to really know, you know, what you can do, what you can't do, and that changes like monthly. You know, it's just amazing how much stuff is published and produced. The amount of material that people, the content producers, put out there. You know, and really, you would think that like the old saying, there's strength in numbers, and that all those content producers could just say, screw it, we're going to go to another channel, but there are only so many channels they can go to.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, it's almost like you wish there was like a, I don't know, you know how like actors have SAG, the Screen Actors Guild.
Something like that.
It's yeah, Screen Actors Guild, SAG, and it's
Some
almost
sort
like I
of-
wish there was some sort of union or some sort of coalition, where as a producer you could join up and get the protection of that. Like, this is original content you're
would-
producing.
Yeah.
You know, as an artist, I understand copyright. I get it. Like, that's your IP, that's your intellectual property. You know, but
At the same time,
there needs to be easier ways to either like
Yeah.
license that music or whatever. You know, I don't know. Anyway, enough of that. I think we beat that horse into the
Oh.
ground.
Yep.
So,
Till tomorrow when we bring it back up.
till tomorrow when we do the recap,
Yep.
and then we chatted or blathered on for 20 minutes about shit we don't really know about, but are, you know just enough to be dangerous. So Gryphon's over there laughing. No, it's quite all right. Totally. Yeah. So
Please do laugh at us. We need the interaction on the stream.
Hey, wow.
So isn't that just ASCAP? Yeah, that should be.
We need people to.
There
interact
was
on the
it's
stream.
interesting that you say that, because there have been streamers who have reached out to record companies and producers to get rights and whatnot, and also like have had relationships with musicians where the musician will say, yeah, go ahead, use my song, it's fine, but they don't own all the rights to it. So the
Yeah,
musician
the
might say,
label
yeah, you can
owns
use
the
this,
song.
but then they get a DMCA. I keep wanting to say DMCA strike against them, because the record label says,
Because
No.
EMI said you don't get to play that.
well, it's an unlimited supply, and there is no reason why. They only
Well,
did it
now
because
you're-
of fame.
Now you're risking another DMCA.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was just a coincidence.
Yeah, totally.
I'm totally not ripping off the Sex Pistols there. Anyway, so that's another thing. Getting over, what are they called? Verbal tics, like and anyway.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that. And I was watching the video, the last video that we did. First one was pretty terrible with that. Second one, not so bad. But I imagine it'll get there. I'll have to just put on my broadcast voice.
I think we just need to be doing it more regularly. Like, I think that week break in between kind of screwed us up. Because now it's a lot more like the first episode where there's been, a lot more dead space. And
Yeah. I think part of that, too, is I noticed what I tend to do, and I've done this as a public speaker. This is a thing I've been trying to work on for years, and I know how to recognize it. Because throughout my career, I've done a lot of speaking in front of large audiences, couple thousand people at a time, down to like handfuls of people. So all over the place. But what I notice I do is I'll rush right out of the gate and speak really fast. Blah, 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 blah. It's nerves. And then eventually I relax and settle
Yeah.
into the role and take my time and emphasize certain things, and I think that's what we did really well on that second stream. And now I'm
Yeah.
feeling myself become a little more relaxed. You know, and it's like it's also anxiety. Like, you know, if I'm looking at my watch, oh God, we still have 10 minutes to fill. What are we going to talk about in that 10 minutes? And instead of worrying about that, just let it flow. You know, like all the different things that are going on now, all the games that are coming out and movies and whatnot. But again, not wanting to talk about the same thing that 27,000 other channels are talking about.
Well, that's kind of impossible at this point because how many, like 4 million streamers on Twitch, something like that, and you're bound to talk about the same thing as somebody else.
Be the 1 in 4 million. Be what you want to be. Be the thing you want to be. Like be the lead singer for Amon Amarth.
So speaking of Dead Space in the conversation and games that are coming out, Dead Space is actually getting a remake of the original game. How's that for a transition, huh?
That's a hell of a segue.
So, yeah, Dead Space getting a remake, not a remaster. They are making it the original game, same story, same characters, but remaking it from the grounds up. Whole new engine, gonna totally redo it. It's super exciting. I am totally gonna pick that up when it comes out.
I'll have to check that out. I don't believe I know anything about the first version of that. You play so many video games that you're my go-to source for that, you know, and I rely on that. And you know, I love the fact that when you were telling me about the game earlier that I just picked up with the code you gave me.
Yeah. That is Kingdom Come Deliverance. It is a really fun game. It's not the most for the faint of heart. It is a pretty brutal game. They do, well, I'll talk about that later. You can finish. Sorry.
No, it's quite all right because I haven't loaded it and played it, loaded it up yet and played it.
Now I'm just scaring you away from it.
You were just no. I like the premise. Basically, it's based in the medieval ages, and you are a peasant.
Oh yeah.
And you've got a quest to fulfill. So it's a little tropey. There's some tropes in there, but it's a good game concept in that you start off as a peasant and you've got to learn these skills to complete your quest. In order to do that, you have to work with the lord of the estate, who grants you the ability to train with his,
well,
you know, one of his.
More than that, yeah, but,
there's more. Yeah, there's more to it, but I'm just trying to give like a real, you know, kind of general overview.
Effectively, the game takes place in It is very. The combat system in the game is very in depth, and I'll talk about that in a second. But the game takes place in Bohemia in the, I think, 1400s.
Mm-hmm.
It's right after King Wenceslas dies and his brother Sigismund is up for the throne. So it's this kind of, you know, people still have loyalty to Wenceslas and the people that he brought in, and Sigismund is kind of on the other side of the coin. And he's trying to unite these countries through force. And a lot of it has to deal with the politics of all of that, which doesn't really come across because you don't really learn a whole lot about that as a peasant in Bohemia in the 1400s. But you kind of rise through the ranks through the game. You learn a lot. You have to learn to read, which is really interesting. There is a reading skill, and you have to practice reading in the game to be able to do all that. But yeah, it is not a fantasy game. Well, historical fantasy, I guess, historical fiction. It is definitely based within reality. And it is a pretty realistic game. The combat in there is really grueling. Gruesome?
Well, gruesome is gross, like harsh and bloody. Grueling is hard, difficult.
Yeah, grueling is the right word. Then it's very grueling combat. There's they break your character. They break your body down into like a whole bunch of different segments, like left arm, right arm, left forearm, left tricep, or whatever. They break it down into all that, and then they look at what, like for example, what armor you have in that spot. So if you have plate mail, then you will take more damage from bludgeoning. You'll take more damage from bludgeoning weapons, but less damage from bladed ones. And
that sounds really crunchy.
Yeah.
That sounds.
Well, in a way it is, but you also don't really get a whole lot of that in the game because there's enough separation where they have that system and it makes a difference, but it's not a difference that's gonna like make or break it. I mean, some people, or for some people it will. Like, if you're fighting a knight in full plate armor, then it can be tricky if you're coming at him with a dagger or whatever,
Right,
or a
sure.
sword. Even a sword is tough, but
Right. Well, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I love the crunch. I mean, I love the details. I'd rather have the system for resolving combat or a maneuver than not
Yeah.
have it. Then of course,
So-
like, there's nothing wrong with not having it. You can always ad lib.
Oh,
You know,
totally, yeah.
that's D&D. Half of D&D was run like that. Like,
Yep.
if they didn't have the rule, you know, then here's a guideline. Here's an outline to do it. But
yeah. So, to what you said in the chat, you do have to aim for the gaps in the armor. So, for example, a thing that is really overpowered in the game is they're not as common. The most weapons you'll find are more common things because a lot of who you're fighting are bandits, and you know they don't have the gold to back up
Goblins.
an armory. But yeah, they don't have the gold of the goblins. They don't have an armory behind them. So a lot of the weapons that you'll come across are things like
what about
blood-
children painted as goblins?
yeah, a lot of the weapons you'll find are like bludgeons, clubs, axes, like a lot more like accessible weapons. But
Yeoman type weapons.
yeah. But if you can find a sturdy one, they do have weapon condition, so eventually your weapons can become broken down and you need to repair them. But if you find a polearm like a spear or a halberd, that is one of the most powerful weapons you can get in the game because they kind of suck most times, but you can like stab with them, you can
Sure.
jab at people,
And they've got reach.
Oh, they've got a lot
Yeah.
of reach, and reach is a big factor in the game because if someone's coming at you with a hand axe and you have a polearm, you know you're going to be able to keep that distance. You're going to be able to manage the distance between you and really control the fight, and you can use that like stabbing to aim for the weak points in their armor and like stab them right between the joints.
That
in
sounds
the
an
neck
awful
plate.
lot like the engine was based off of this old game called CNS,
Oh.
Chivalry and Sorcery, and that's actually part of what the Dungeon Mega Project was based off of.
So I was actually gonna say it reminded me a lot of Harnworld.
It sounds like it
I
too.
haven't played CNS before, but I have played Harnworld, and they did have a system in Harnworld where when you hit, you roll for wear on the person you hit.
Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay.
Or-
too,
yeah,
yep.
for the crit table,
Yeah,
exactly.
for location.
Yep.
But in CNS and Chivalry and Sorcery, they had a lot of the same structure. They had weapons were broken down by class. You had the chivalric weapons that only the knights and the knighthood could use, nobility that could afford it, and have, you know, because you had to have the weapons forged.
Yeah.
Then they had what they call the yeoman arms, which were more of like your thresher for the farming things, implements that were turned into weapons.
Axes, hoes,
The
threshers,
flail, you know, was a
yep,
grain flail, right?
Oh, totally.
So, and then you had peasant weapons, which were literally like pitchforks and a scythe and anything, or a sickle, anything that a peasant tilling the land, farming the land would
Yeah.
have access to. And of course, they had graduated tables and matrices that would all have, you know, if you're using this weapon against this type of armor, here's the percentage that you need, and if you're using that weapon against this armor, so it was like the old Thaco, you know, in the old D&D, and I knew you were gonna have that look, and you wouldn't know what that is, so I'll tell you what that is. Basically,
Wait, have
Thaco-
you never played second edition? Or
I
first?
haven't played it fully. Like, I haven't sat down to play a campaign of it. I have not even played that much actual D&D. I've played. Well, I suppose with Joe's campaigns I have.
yeah,
So I
fifth
have
edition.
played. But a lot of what I've played is his homebrew system because that's what we run. Because
So in the
it's-
original D&D, it was reverse.
Don't tell Wizards I said this, but it's better than D&D.
That was
Yeah,
a
it
plug
is,
for my game.
Yep.
But in the original,
is.
in D&D, Thaco was to hit armor class 0.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So armor class 0 was what would be armor class 10 in my game. It's the
Wow.
obverse. Armor class 10 in the original D&D would be like naked, whereas armor class 0 in my game is naked. You have no armor, just your clothes, and then armor class 10 is full plate. So it's a graduated scale where, like, if you're using a sword against somebody in padded armor, there's a super high percentage that they're going to hit and do damage. If you're using a dagger against plate mail, there's a really low percentage that you're going to get between one of the joints and actually strike and do some damage. But anyway, that game sounds really appealing, and I'm glad. Thank you. I appreciate you giving me the code to download that. So I did download it and I did install it on my Steam account, and it's something I'm going to have to load up and play.
Just finding the time to play it is a problem.
That's right. Finding the time to play it with a new job is going to be a real problem
Well,
right now.
even without a job, it is a bit of a time sink. There's a big learning curve to the game because there are a lot of systems in there that like aren't necessarily in other games. So, like Skyrim, for example, you can pick things up, and you can pick more things up, and you can just keep picking things up until you reach your carry limit, which is like, what do you start at in Skyrim, like 300 pounds or something like that you can carry, something along those lines. You can carry about 300 pounds, and weapons surprisingly don't weigh that much. You can pick up a sword and it'll only be like 5-6 pounds if it's a steel sword, whereas in this, you start off and you can carry a maximum of 80 pounds, and that's including the like 30 pounds of stuff you're already carrying, like your clothes and your tools and all of that. So you can carry like 50 pounds of stuff. Pick up a sword, that one sword is going to weigh 10, 15, 20 pounds depending on what it's made out of and how big the sword is. And you really have to like prioritize, what do I carry on me? You can get a horse, you can get saddlebags, which is really important. You can say, what do I want to put in the saddlebags? So there's some, there are a lot of systems in there. Like, a big one is how your character looks. Like, I was telling him the other day, I got made fun of in the game by an NPC for having raggedy clothes because I didn't have the money to buy not raggedy clothes. So I was going around and NPCs were treating me worse because of what I was wearing. But if you have like really... they have a speech system where you have 3 choices for talking to somebody. You'll have you'll have your speech skill, which is just based off your speech ability. You'll have your like royalty or nobility score, which influences like, are you in a higher class than them? Can you like kind of pull leverage that way? And then how strong do you look? So if you're wearing like full plate armor and you're just strolling around town, the guards might be more suspicious of you, and the guards might treat you weirder. They might follow you, they might whatever, but you will be able to like convince people because you look scary. You're wearing full armor. And then if you have like really fancy clothes, you'll be able to like do that. But beggars might follow you around the whole game. And it's
your
like
entourage.
it's like an Assassin's Creed where they run up to you and you have to like push them out of the way.
Surprise says the Albion sword that he owns, that's our buddy Michael Siegman.
Yeah.
From
I know
that vended with us.
Yeah, Chris, if you're still in the chat, they're still around. You can still buy a sword.
So he says his weighs a little over 2 pounds, which is about what the one hanging on the wall over there is.
So these aren't like that though. These are, well, the ones that you can get at the start of the game. These are like crude swords, not the best blacksmith, and they're just chunks of metal that have been refined to have a point on them.
Nice. So speaking of crude weapons, we should get ready to transition over to the battle zone, because it's about that time.
All right, sure.
So we're gonna go back to before you do any of the. We're gonna go on intermission right now for about 15 minutes. So hopefully you'd stick around. We'd appreciate it. And then when we come back in about 15 minutes, we'll be playing HeroQuest.
Yeah.
We just need a few minutes to get the table set up, move the camera around and the mic, and
definitely
we'll see you then.
Definitely stick around if you want to see that. It is a fun game. See you then. Doesn't seem to have worked. Hello, welcome back.
You're
All
not
right.
even on camera.
Thanks
There
for
you go.
coming back. For those of you
wanna sit in
who
this seat?
for those of you who hung in there, this is Black Dragon Tavern with your host Dante.
I'm Deacon, but you can't see me. I'm off screen.
You could probably scoot your chair in a little bit if you wanted to.
impossible.
And as I mentioned earlier, we have a special guest tonight. So I'd like to introduce Gryphon.
Hi.
Gryphon's going to join us for this game of HeroQuest, and we're really super excited to have you here.
If you were there earlier, you might have heard me from off camera a couple times. I don't know.
All right,
I'm here now.
it's all good.
On camera.
So this is a classic. Let me grab the. This is a classic Milton Bradley game that I believe is from the '80s. I want to say
Oh, it has
the
to be.
late '80s.
at
The
the-
copyright on the book says 1989 and 1990. So
It
this
has to be.
edition,
Look at the pose of the gargoyle.
just because of the pose of
Yeah.
the gargoyle, and the
Yeah.
artwork. So we're hoping to have fun. I'm a little rusty on the rules. I've been kind of looking at them a little bit here and there, but I think part of the fun of this is just sort of rediscovering the game again. So we're going to dive right in. Deacon's going to be playing the barbarian and the elf character, so he's just going to fill his out and give his characters names. And Gryphon will be playing the wizard and the dwarf character. And each one of them will have a character that is capable of casting spells. So that'll make things interesting. And I, on the other hand, will be playing Zargon, the evil that lurks within the dungeon. All right, so while you two are doing that, I'm going to run through some things real quick just so you get an idea of what's going to happen here. We're going to be doing the first quest, and there's some text just like in an adventure module in D&D that I will read to you. There are parts that I cannot read to you, and then you're going to move around the board. So once you're done with your, what I would do for the body points is, like, if you have eight body points as the barbarian, write 8 in the column in the first square, right here. Like under your barbarian.
Well, they have starting points.
Right, but what I'm saying is you write 8, then you're going to cross it out and you write 7 as you take hits. Or if you took 2, then you would cross out the 8 and write 6. No. Just, okay. Actually, you should have started with 8 here. And then you just cross the 8 out, put a slash through it, and then go down there. So you're already getting irritated with the dungeon master. So just a couple of things real quick. If you look at the back of one of your cards, one of your hero cards,
Is blank.
the hero
Oh,
card,
the hero
yeah.
cards. Oh,
Like, I guess what would be akin
I'm done.
to their, stat sheet or whatever.
right.
There is the different things. There are the different things you can do on a turn. So, like, attack, cast a spell, search for treasure, search for secret doors, search for traps, or disarm a trap. Okay. Movements are done with 2 red dice. You roll the 2 red dice, and then you can move up to the number. So if you roll a 12, you don't have to move 12 squares.
Okay.
You can move up to that. Now, what's cool about this game is that you can move and take an action, or take an action and then move.
Sure.
And that might help you. That might be more beneficial to you in certain situations here. So that's something to keep in mind. There are different rules for looking and opening doors. So you can look down a corridor, or you can look through an open door. And when you look, it gives you the opportunity to see what's directly within your line of sight. So that means, like, any doors that are there, or any block spaces. It's not considered one of the 6 actions. Looking is free. Okay, that's really important to remember. Opening a door is also not one of the 6 actions, unlike Space Hulk. Okay, you got that, Deacon?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Opening is not an action.
They're just considered additional things that you'll do. All doors start off as closed.
Right.
Once you open the door, it's open. So it switches to this. And it can't be closed
Okay.
behind it, okay?
Oh.
It's like kicking in the door, or, spiking it open.
Constantly inconvenient.
Could be. Getting caught in a trap, drinking potions, and picking things up also do not count as actions. They can be done at any time during your turn.
All right.
All right. So the way that the creatures react to that is when a hero opens a door, I'll place the monsters on the game board, any treasure chests that you would see in the room, and any other items that belong in the room. But I won't put out any traps or secret doors.
Right.
Because those are
We gotta look
actions.
for
You have to
those.
actively, that's important to know also.
Yeah.
You have to actively say when you enter a room, I'm going to search for secret doors, or
Sure.
I'm going to search for traps. If you step on a trap before you declare that, you've sprung the trap.
Right.
Then there are rules that will handle that. Attacking is really simple. Deacon, you want to grab one of those dice? Just grab one of them. So I'm going to attack him, and I have a skull, okay? So the skull... where is it? It's a hit. Each skull roll is considered a hit. So now he's going to try to defend by throwing a shield.
Nope.
So that would have hit him. So he would take 1 wound.
All right.
Now, you will have a certain number of dice to attack with based on your weapon, and you'll have a certain number of dice to defend with based on your body points. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yep.
Then, let's see. Casting a spell. You can cast a spell instead of attacking, because you also have a weapon as a spellcaster. It's just not a very good one.
Yeah.
Anything that you can quote-unquote see. So if you're in a room and you can see diagonally, as long as you have a clear line of sight and there's nothing obscuring your line of sight, you can cast a spell. You may only cast a spell on your turn.
Right.
C means the target must be visible. And that's only if they're in an unobstructed straight line can be traced from the spellcaster to the target. And then we won't need to get into like all that, because once we're in there and we have the models, we'll know whether or not it's going to be obscured.
Yeah.
To search for a treasure, you say you can only search a room for treasure if the room is uninhabited by monsters. So that means like after the fact, after you kill a monster, then you could search. Or if you walk in and there's no monsters there. So you must first verbally declare your search. Do so by saying, "I am searching for treasure," and you have to say it in that voice. That's what the rules say. Searching for treasure means you're looking around, opening things, searching for interesting objects and gold coins, regardless of what square you are on in the room. You do not move your hero figure when you search. So in other words, you don't walk to a corner and say, "I'm searching this corner," like you would in D&D.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
If there is no special treasure called out to Zargon in the quest book, you, as a hero, must draw a random card from the treasure deck and read it aloud. The card could offer you a variety of things, including riches and magical potions. Record any gold coins or potions on your character sheet. These valuable treasure cards, that's in quotes, valuable, gold coins and potions are not returned to the treasure deck until the next quest. If you wish, you may share gold coin treasures with other heroes. Later between quests, you may use the treasure to purchase additional weapons and armor from the armory. Be careful. Almost half of the treasure cards contain wandering monsters and hazards. These are bad treasure cards and are returned to the treasure deck and may be redrawn in the next treasure search. Important! Treasure cards must be shuffled before a hero draws one from the deck. So I've taken the liberty to do that before we started, just to keep things moving along here. Wandering monsters are monsters who just pop out of holes in hidden places. So it'll tell me when I check for wandering monsters. You don't have to worry about that, but if you do encounter a wandering monster, you do have to do combat.
Right.
Okay. Hazards. If you draw a hazard card from the deck, you have to read it aloud immediately and follow its directions right away. We're not going to use artifacts because they're only used in the expansions for the game and other higher level quests. Okay. Potions. You can drink a potion at any time. The way it works and how long its effects last are listed on the potion treasure card. Sometimes in the quest book, you may drink more than one potion at a time. Healing potions are very valuable. If your body points are reduced to 0, you may drink a healing potion before you die and save yourself by restoring one or more of your body points. You may also give one to a fellow hero, but you may only do so on your turn. Searching for secret doors is the same thing. You have to declare what you're doing. You will not discover a secret door unless you search for one. So if there are no monsters visible to you in your room, you say, I am searching for secret doors. Then if there are any in there, I will tell you where they're at, and I will put a little special marker out where they are. Same thing for traps. Works the same way. You declare there can't be any monsters in the room, and then you declare you're searching for the traps, and they can be found in rooms and corridors. So keep that in mind. Then if as a hero, like I mentioned before, you move onto a square that contains a pit, falling block, or spear trap, you will automatically spring the trap, possibly suffering body damage. And we talked a little bit about that earlier on. You can attempt to jump if you discover a trap. You can attempt to jump over it if it's a pit, or on your next turn, disarm it. There are some traps in a room that have been placed directly on the other side of a door. Beware, the first hero to enter the room through that door will encounter the trap and suffer damage. As a hero, you cannot search for these traps by looking through the door. You must be in the room to search for traps.
Which means if it's directly on the other side of the door, you're shit out of luck.
There are pits, falling block traps, spear traps, and chest/furniture traps marked in gold in the quest map in the hero. Okay, that's for me. There's not a lot else. Do you guys have any questions? We can do a lot of this as we go on the fly. But the mechanics are pretty simple. Monsters cannot search for treasure, search for secret doors, move or attack diagonally, pass over heroes, pass through walls, open or close doors. They basically are just dumb monsters, old school. Share a square on the game board. So, therefore, monsters do not spring hidden traps. Therefore, no need to search or disarm. Monster movement. This is important. Unlike heroes, monsters don't move by die roll. Each monster's maximum move per turn is listed on the monster chart on the information or in the monster chart on the information screen, and also on the 8 monster cards that are here. They don't have to move their entire distance either. So if they move up to 8 squares, I can move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Right.
They also have their own, how they attack. It's pretty much the same thing that we just talked about. How a hero escapes death. As a hero, if your body points have been reduced to 0, there are 2 situations where you can save yourself. 1, if you have a healing potion in your possession, you can immediately drink it. The potion will instantly raise your body points above 0, restoring you to life. 2, if you are a spellcaster with a healing spell and you have not already performed an action on your turn, you can be healed by casting the spell on yourself. Important. After your body points have reached 0, you can never be saved by a fellow hero's spell or potion. It will be too late. You will have died by the time that your fellow hero's turn. It is your fellow hero's turn. The only time when he can, or she, or they can cast a spell or give you a potion.
Right.
Then there are other things like, what happens if you run out of monsters, how you end the quest, lost artifacts, unfinished quests. I don't know that we'll get to any of that, but if we do, we'll cross that bridge as we get there. All right. Are you guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready?
Wait. I'm gonna grab a drink.
All right.
We have minis to represent the us.
You sure do.
Alright, cool.
There's the Barbie. Who's playing the dwarf?
Me.
That goes to you, Gryphon. Who's got the elf?
That'd be me.
Okay, that goes to you.
That's the elf.
And this is the maybe not. This is the elf. This is the wizard.
Yeah, that.
Okay. So you're gonna start here on the stairs. And then I will leave.
I'm just gonna put your folks there.
God, sitting in this seat kind of sucks, man. I'm getting all tangled up in the wires.
Faraj says, Dad is making you do math on a Friday night. Uncool. Yeah. Uncool, Dad.
It
He
sucks.
said no. All right. So I'm going to read this intro to you here. The fire burns warmly, but casts little light into Mentor's study. The flickering shadows only hint at the vast number of books and scrolls that fill the many shelves. Slowly, Mentor walks over to the fire. Well, my friends, your training is complete. You are not yet true heroes. You have yet to prove yourselves. But first, let me tell you of Zargon. Many centuries ago, Zargon was my apprentice. He worked hard and learned quickly, but impatience devoured him. He wanted to learn more powerful magic. I told him of the dangers, that he should be patient, for in time he would become a great sorcerer. But Zargon could not wait. Each night he broke into my study and read my spell books. The secrets that were held within them were great indeed. Once he learned these secrets, Zargon fled. When I caught up with him, I found him greatly changed. He had pledged his allegiance to the great powers of chaos. Fool! He saw magic only as a shortcut to power and paid no heed to the terrible price he would have to pay. I tried to reason with him, but to no avail. He laughed in my face and then unleashed a terrible spell which I was hard-pressed to counter. For many days we battled, but Zargon had allies stronger than even I, and I could not defeat him. In the end, as we both weakened, he fled and sought refuge in the northern chaos wastes. There he licked his wounds and honed his skills, conjuring ancient powers with which to overthrow the Empire. It's all sounding a little familiar. I must watch Zargon and measure the strength of his magic. The powers Zargon has called upon will destroy us all if I relax from this vigil. Zargon's legions threatened us once before. Then it was Rogar who aided me and defeated them. Now they are on the march again. Already they have assailed the borderlands. The keep on the borderlands. The Empire must again look for heroes, and to this end I have trained you. Each of you must complete 14 quests. If you do this, you will be acclaimed as champions of the realm and dubbed Imperial Knights. Only then will you be on the road to becoming true heroes. I shall speak with you again on your return. If you return.
That whole plot very much reminds me of something. I can't place a finger on it.
Warhammer.
War something. Maybe it had to do with hammers. I don't know.
Warhamster?
Yeah,
that
that's
had to
it.
be. Yep.
Alright.
Does that aside from the story things, take a look at this. See the art on there?
Mm-hmm.
Does that remind you of any old, totally not Warhammer related Citadel minis at all?
Nothing
Yeah.
of the sort.
Ah,
No.
incredible.
Completely different.
No resemblance whatsoever.
Imitation is the best form of flattery.
Yeah, something like that.
Alright, brave adventurers. Ooh, I can't flip that over there, otherwise you'll see the map.
Can't. Oh no, you can flip it over. Go ahead.
Quest 1, the trial. You have learned well, my friends. Now has come the time for your first trial. You must first enter the catacombs which contain Felmarg's tomb. You must seek out and destroy Varag, a foul gargoyle who hides in the catacombs. This quest is not easy, and you must work together in order to survive. This is your first step on the road to becoming true heroes. Tread carefully, my friends.
Can I ask whose perspective that's from? Is that from the mentor, who you were just reading us?
Yeah, I decided just to put a voice on.
You're breaking
got
my
bored.
immersion.
I was bored! I'm breaking your immersion? I got a tub of acid out there I can immerse you in. Alright.
Let's not immerse anyone in acid, please.
No? That
Um,
sucks.
No?
You're no fun. So, where do we start?
Well, I mean, we're here.
No, I meant like.
So there's a note here that I'm
Here,
allowed to read to you
Oh?
as Zargon.
Hmm. Well, get on with it then.
Zargon, you may tell everyone that there are no traps or secret doors in this first quest. However, you should also warn them that this is a tough adventure. It is meant to show the players that their chances of survival will depend on how well they work together.
Huh.
All right. Okay, brave heroes.
Alright.
So,
What do you do?
So
Well,
is this
what-
all one room?
No.
Is not
The-
how does
the
it-
white borders.
Yeah, so the
Okay.
white borders delineate the different rooms. Like this is 2 rooms,
Okay.
and
You can
you don't,
also
you
look by the
can't really
tile
see
pattern.
what's in there. Like I cheated a little bit and put these doors out. You can't see those doors. There are walls, right? You're totally enclosed in this room right here. So all you can see is the stairs going down into what looks like an empty dark room with a doorway at the bottom of the stairs.
Okay.
A little bit of a helpful hint: when you come out of the door, anything you see down a corridor will come into view. Like if there wasn't a door, like there shouldn't be a door here now technically, but when you step out of that door, boop,
Right.
you would see that. And then if your
Okay.
line of sight is unimpeded, you'll see that the wall ends right here. I think
Right,
there's a little
wall
tile.
there.
You
Yeah.
can't see around that corner, but if you walk
Okay.
down, then you could see that. Okay.
And so there are no secret doors or traps in this one. You said that's just a given for this,
Yes.
apparently.
Yes.
Huh.
Okay.
So that makes it easy. One less
Yeah,
thing you have to worry about
Definitely
doing
one
is
less thing to worry
declaring.
about.
So now my question is, who starts?
You guys.
Yeah,
Well,
but, like,
Adventurers go first. So
how do we
What's your
delineate a
marching
turn
order?
Okay, so
Oh,
we
that's-
make
that's between you two.
Fair enough.
So you'll
barbarian, dwarf,
go, and in an encounter,
wizard.
there are certain rules to follow during an encounter.
What if we did like barbarian, dwarf, elf, wizard? Because then we go like
No.
I go, you go, I go, you go. No.
Okay, yes, but also, I don't know. The wizard should not be bringing up the rear. Never have the most vulnerable party member in the back. Put someone who knows how to handle themselves in a fight on both ends.
I agree with that,
So,
but I don't
dwarf,
think
barbarian, wizard, elf.
I agree with that, but I don't think
Several hours later.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think this is having played this. I don't think this is the type of game where we need to specifically worry about people sneaking up behind us.
Okay. Well,
So, metagaming, I know.
yeah.
but-
Stop metagaming, babe. It's this-
Look, all right. Barbarian should go first.
Do it.
I mean, yeah.
All right. Okay. So, I need to move. I get 2 red dice. I believe we all get 2 red
Yeah,
dice.
I don't think
There's
anyone has.
old
I'm not sure why
stumpy
they feel the
dwarf
need
legs over
to-
there. Still gets the same movement as everyone else for some reason.
I will choose to ignore your racism.
I play dwarfs normally. It's cool.
Yeah.
All right, so I get to move. Ooh, that's a good roll.
That's
I
a
get to
10.
move 10. So I'm gonna
Oh,
stand up. Oh my God, there's a Velcro on this cord and it's sticking to me. I'm gonna move. Can I? Oops. Can I just step off of the staircase anywhere, or do I specifically have to step off of this end?
Well, it comes here. Yeah, you don't want to leap off of there because that's considered you're
how much
up in
fall
the.
damage
You
do
know,
I take?
how much fall damage you take?
So I'm gonna
It's
do 1. I can
one
walk over
d6
others,
per every
right?
10 feet.
Can I walk over those?
Yeah.
So-
So that's an important thing. You can move through your.
One.
Okay, you can move
Those
through your
companions.
friends, but not.
4. Gonna open.
Okay. So you open this door. This becomes permanently open.
5.
Okay. So you see down the corridor,
Wall ends.
as far as you can see, and it ends.
8.
and
9.
it- Yep, you see a door there.
Open.
Okay. Hold that thought. You open that door, and this. And there's a bookshelf across the room. This is like a desk. Okay. And then you see 2 orcses. There's another door in there too. Right here. You see them, they can see you.
Alright.
Do you finish off your movement
Yeah,
or
I've one last square to move.
oh you're stepping in?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Alright.
Maybe we do wizard next.
Yeah, honestly, the wizard, because they shouldn't be in the back. Let's have the wizard come next then. Let's go. That's also a 10.
Just want to go like
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Less convenient spot. So I can see the orcs as well, right? Can
Yep.
I see through?
Yeah,
Okay.
you wouldn't be blasting him from behind.
Okay.
We can double check that, but I'm pretty sure.
Did you ever see the animated Hobbit movie from like
Oh, the
19s?
Ralph Bakshi one?
I think so. From
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
70s, yeah.
God.
Rankin Bass, I think, was it? that
Yeah.
produced it?
I mean, as atrocious as the animation was,
You called that atrocious?
Unobstructed straight line. So right now it's obstructed because
so
yeah.
you're in.
Now, you can
You're an
move
obstruction,
on movement. You can move through a companion,
but
you
they
can't
count
shoot
as an
or attack
obstruction.
through them. Yeah.
Well,
I wouldn't call the animation atrocious. I like the movie.
I mean, for the time, it's not bad, but also like I don't know.
Bilbo was creepy.
It was actually pretty good for the time because of the rotoscopic animation they used for the
True.
orcs.
I
So
could have
are-
done without the musical numbers.
Are we just going elf next?
Yeah, sure.
We should have had. Next time, when we go down a level, we should have the dwarf go first because dwarf can detect
true.
traps.
Yeah.
Not as good. 7.
That's the elf.
1, yep, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect, actually. 7.
Okay. Well, it gets you up there, yeah.
Mhm.
And that's where you want to be. You want to be like getting ready to get into the thick of things.
Oh.
It's gonna get crowded.
Yeah,
Actually, wait, we
apparently.
could have done that
Oh.
a lot smarter.
So that was
well.
9.
Too late.
Too late. Okay. Okay, so
Yeah.
there's if I go my full movement, I'll end inside the wizard, and that
Yeah,
doesn't
you can't,
work.
You can't do that.
So
But I think that's a given. So
Yeah.
We
but
could
just
have
for
brought like the
clarification.
elf and the dwarf around this side.
coulda.
Woulda, shoulda.
Shouldn't split
Okay.
the party though.
So,
Well, it's
you moved, Deacon, and you opened the door. That didn't cost you anything. What? And you went in. What's your action,
Oh, I
Barbarian?
still got an action.
Yeah, and I don't know that you can attack from there.
yeah. It says attack an adjacent monster. So
I cannot.
Okay, because the room is occupied, you're not allowed to search for treasure. You have to dispatch your enemies first. Okay. Wizard.
yeah.
What do you do?
I mean,
Can't target them.
yeah, because Deacon counts as an obstruction, so I
Okay.
can't. Barbarian's an obstruction. I can't.
So everybody's pretty
Target
much
the
just
orcs.
hold until
Yeah.
the next hold
Yeah.
action. So really the way we should be doing this is like when you move, when the character moves and the barbarian moves, you move and then take your action or take your action then move.
Right.
Because otherwise then we have to go all the way back
Yeah.
around. And that has to happen before they can take their turn. So
Right.
okay. You're all good
Yeah.
because nobody can really do anything. So now the orcs and they move. I gotta see this because even with my glasses, I'm having difficulty seeing over there. Movement squares. They can move up to 8. They get 3 attack dice, 2 defend dice. They only have 1 body point, so they're easy to kill. They have 2 mind points. So if you were gonna attack them with any kind of thing that affects them
I
mentally.
don't understand how an orc has a higher mind than body point.
Yeah, I don't know. So he's here 1, 2, and then this guy's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're gonna get 2 attacks, okay? And he has
3 attack.
3 attack dice.
Oh,
So,
he does.
yeah, we're gonna do the one right in front of you. And Gryphon, can you see? Is my dice box over on the other side of that?
I don't
No.
see.
Okay.
I don't
That's
see
fine.
anything that looks like it
That's
would be
fine.
what a dice box is.
Do you want to grab one of those out of there, Deacon? There's the perfect. That one, I'll take that one. That's my original. Before I got
Premium
fancy with the feet.
Wisconsin red oak.
If you're interested, you can buy it online.
At geekfoundry.net. Made by yours truly. I'm going to roll this inside of the box.
Damn right you will.
So I got one attack, and that I think that counts as an attack, but we're going to see. That's a black shield. So that does not. The skull is a hit.
Okay.
What's the black shield do again?
Each skull roll is considered a hit, resulting in 1 body point of damage scored against the monster. I'm gonna read the monsters just because I don't know if they might switch it up. Skull's a hit. Black shield is how the monster defends.
Oh. What
The
about
white
red?
shield is how you defend. So look,
Okay.
I rolled a black shield, a white shield, and a skull.
So only one of those matters in this case because
Yep.
it's a monster attack.
Only one hit landed, so you
Okay.
need to defend by rolling your defense
Alright,
dice.
so
Your defense
just one.
dice.
and can I get the dice box?
The barbarian has 2 defense dice.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure like everybody does.
Yeah, so why are you only rolling 1?
Cause right.
Yeah.
I was thinking one hit.
Yeah, because
Yeah, no.
you don't want to sell yourself short of like. Okay.
I could have taken that.
You
Outside
could've.
the box.
Yeah.
Chose not.
What's
to.
in been so honorable.
box?
Better remember that.
Okay, you can just leave it there for now if we're gonna share it.
Yeah.
So you took 1 body point. So now cross your 8 off and write a 7 in the square next to it. How many does the elf have?
6.
Okay. And how many does the wizard have?
4.
And the dwarf?
7.
Okay. Okay. So here's the other one, Deacon. He's going to attack. Or it's going to attack.
Hey, Aaron. Glad you could finally get the chat working.
Hey, Aaron. Good to see you. So that's 1 hit.
Take those out of the roll.
You can. Oh, you don't want to touch my dice? Are they tainted?
Yeah.
Tainted by evil. I make it.
Nice. You blocked it. Okay. That's their turn, pretty much. They moved. They took an action.
Yeah.
So now it goes to the top of the order.
Alright, so hold on. Aaron. If you didn't catch it before, we are playing HeroQuest. And this is my boyfriend. He's the guest for the stream.
Gryphon.
Hi.
And
Yeah.
Deacon really is here.
I am.
Yeah.
I'm right here. You gotta
Yeah.
deal with the hand gestures. Where's
Yeah,
I'll
so
be
this is
all the
a-
time.
Aaron, this is the original. I know the microphone is over here,
No,
so if you
it
can
is.
see that, but I'm looking at the
Oh,
camera because it'd be rude to talk over here.
I
But I'm
missed
sure it'll pick it up anyway. This is the original Milton Bradley HeroQuest, and I don't have any of the expansions, unfortunately, but I'm going to try to get these 2 brave hero adventurers through the first quest here, so...
that. You should get a discount for having 2 family members here. I'll give you this. You can get a discount on a seat here when you come gaming.
You gonna charge
See,
them for
now-
guest spots?
Who's
No, the family
haranguing you
discount is
now,
they
Chris,
get-
about
they
coming
get
to the game?
That's the discount.
It's
Okay,
the boy. All right, so top of the order,
All right.
Barbarian. What are you gonna do? You're gonna attack.
Yeah.
All right.
Good luck. So not
So let's see what you do.
You got 3
Oops.
attack dice.
I just dropped one on the floor.
Alright, 3 attacks. I'll go for the one in front of me.
Okay. 2
2
hits.
skulls, yeah.
And I get 2 defense dice. Is that right?
Yes.
Believe
Looks
so.
like.
Nope.
Nope. 2 hits. He's dead.
Sehr gut. I can only play one action. That sucks.
First blood.
Alright, well, I'll move. Get out of the way. Oh, wow. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Come on. Gonna open that door. It's here.
Oh yeah, that doesn't
1,
cost
2,
you anything.
3. Yep,
Yeah.
the door's free.
All right. So we'll switch that out.
Swear to God, if there were more monsters in that room and you just aggroed them.
Oh yeah, that's
Right.
the point.
We
I hope there
haven't
are.
finished dealing with the orcs yet.
Oh, so what?
So
There's this.
I think we have very different play styles. Ooh.
There's a door. You see a door. You see a weapons rack.
All right.
And you
let's go.
see you got your gobbo.
Oh, a Gerblin.
You suck.
I love Gerblin.
And
Only one?
hold on. I hated these guys because I always have a problem finding them.
Toss a fireball in. Oh, if only the wizard had made it up here sooner. Too bad. It
It's
looks
my
like
turn next.
Too bad. So sad. Looks like I'm just gonna have to go ahead and kill them all myself.
Is that
Oh,
what
what
that
a
is?
shame.
Yeah, I believe that's what that is. Okay, and then you find, where's he go? One of these guys.
Yeah. What is he?
He's it's Fimmer.
Fimmer. What in the goddamn is
Oh,
a
it's
Fimmer?
like a lizard.
It's
person.
like, you know, next to the tumor, the femur, the what is it? The
Femur bone.
femur bone. Yeah, no, I
So
don't
I
know.
don't think it's next.
Femur.
If you have a tumor next,
femur,
if you have a
femur?
tumor next
It's
to
like a
the
lizard
femur,
person.
huh?
You can see it in all of its
Yeah.
1989
Yeah.
glory.
Glorious indeed.
All right.
All right.
Can I take down multiple opponents in a turn? I cannot.
So you moved.
I just got to do it the fun way, fighting each of
attacked.
them
Yeah,
individually.
you
You
moved.
attacked. You moved.
Yeah, that's right. You attacked, you moved, and then
Alright.
you didn't. You opened the door. That doesn't count as an action. So you
Alright,
took your
but-
action, then moved.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Who's up next?
Wizard.
All right.
Yeah.
Wizard in the bush.
Now,
Okay.
from where
Oh,
you're
dice
at,
box over near you.
I'm gonna say from where you're at, you can see in that corner
Okay.
because there's enough of the model sticking out that from where I'm looking, yeah,
Alright
you
then.
can see that.
So, okay, how do the spells work? Because I don't know what the spell's gonna do before I cast it, right? Because the cards are all face down.
So
do I get to like look through my cards and decide what spell I'm
here's
casting?
how casting spells work.
Yeah. I don't think that's an option in this game. Unless you have, like they're looking at now, unless you have a spell that allows you to attack multiple opponents in a turn, I don't know if you can.
Might be an
take down
AoE
multiple.
spell. I don't know.
There, I believe there are some that will allow that have multiple targets.
Yeah.
How did I get all the way down there?
Easy cuts.
Huh. Okay, this is really weird. Cast a spell, page 15. I flew right past it. As the Alpha Wizard, you may cast a spell instead of attacking. You may cast a spell at anything you can see. Important, you may only cast a spell on your turn. See. For the Alpha Wizard to cast a spell, the target must be visible. Heroes and monsters are only visible if an unobstructed straight line can be traced from the spellcaster to the target. Good rule of thumb. Draw an invisible line straight between the center of the square and spellcaster is on the... It's basically like just how to do that.
Yeah.
As the elf or the wizard, this is kind of cool.
Uh-huh.
You may cast a spell on yourself, another hero, or on a monster. Once the spell's cast, the spell card is discarded for the remainder of the quest. Each spell
Okay.
may only be cast once per quest. Use them wisely. Note, a spell and its effects are explained in detail on the corresponding spell card.
So
I would
based
say-
on
I would
that,
say you
it
can-
seems
you
like
can
I should
read
be
it.
able to look at them because
Yeah, there's nothing here
if
that
I can
says...
cast them on myself and my friends, it wouldn't really make sense that.
Yeah, you pull one and go, oh, fireball, pow!
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, this is where you're going to want to choose wisely. Firebolt versus make food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure if you try hard enough, you can make an orc into food. They seem very meaty.
You're in a small enclosed. I cast Fireball. I do
So-
too, Aaron. I haven't
Yeah.
played. I haven't run our game since quarantine, so I was hoping that I could get my RPG going again this year. But now with the Delta variant, who knows?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, all of our friends are vaccinated, so that wouldn't be an issue at all. But I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Your hair looks crazy
Okay,
right
I
now
don't-
from the front.
My hair, yeah, two horns.
Okay.
Oh, I was just gonna say it looks like the old
Okay.
colonial era British wigs, but okay.
Like the what?
Like the old colonial era British wigs, like the
Oh.
powdered wigs.
Okay.
It's
So
very
if they defend from me attacking them, there's no penalty to me. I don't get hurt from attacking. I can't.
from
Okay.
attacking or from using a spell.
Well, using a spell, obviously, I can't get hurt, but because I don't know. I don't think. I mean, it's a single orc. I don't think it's worth wasting any of my spells because I can only use them once per game. So
Okay.
I'm thinking I'm gonna try to attack the orc and then move
I think you would
out
have to move
to get out of the way.
first. Because
Mm.
you're not adjacent, you're like
Oh, that's
corner.
true.
Yeah, in order to do a physical
Oh,
attack,
I'd
you'd have to
have to-
move it into the doorway.
And I can't.
But
Can I do part of my movement, then act, and then finish my movement?
No.
Is that allowed? Okay.
no, it's all aura. So it's like all
Damn.
movement and act, or like up to your movement and act, and then that's it. Or
Yeah.
because that might overpower the game.
Yeah. Well, I mean, other folks will have their turn before it's time for the monsters, so I may as well risk it. All right, I'll move into the room and try to stab the orc with my dagger.
How does the for the folks that are following us here watching in chat? How does the audio sound? Are we sounding okay? Coming through clear? You getting any kind of background noise or anything?
Okay, I'm gonna go here. Roll a 4. That's only 3, but
All right, thanks, Braj.
Ooh.
Ooh.
No, I don't get any attack.
Okay. No worries, but that's a good position because that allows other
Yeah.
people to move in there and come to
Yeah,
your aid.
that was my plan.
Okay, so who's up next? The elf?
What do
Yeah.
you do? Yep, the
I'm a
elf-
wizard.
I don't
What's
know.
the elf gonna do?
The elf is gonna move because I can't do
He's a
anything
lover,
right
not
now.
a fighter.
So I can move 8. So I'm gonna use none except I'm gonna use a few.
Okay. 2,
Yeah.
and
well,
then
3.
now here's the question: is the elf gonna use magic or is he gonna use this big
elf's
stabby
gonna
pointy
use a
thing?
sword. Because I don't want
Alright.
to waste a spell just
Big
yet.
elven
Yeah.
stabby pointy
2
thing.
attack dice.
All right.
Fire!
That's cockeyed.
You can
want me
yes,
to
can
reroll?
see that from here. Yeah.
Well,
Nice.
same thing.
Still
2
skulls.
hits. Okay, and then I get 2 defense dice, right? Because that's the orcs.
Yeah.
The orcs. It's the cruel boys.
Agreed.
Neither one of them. Those are your
Oh.
shields.
Yeah.
All right.
So he's dead.
Good news is you can now move the dwarf in and search the room.
Or, depending on how well I roll, I can beat you to the monsters in that room and start wrecking their shit.
Oh, I see. So that's
Here
how it's
comes
gonna
the
be.
dwarf.
It's gonna
Yeah.
be competition. Are we
Possibly.
What's the end goal of this game? Like, how do you win?
To
He
live
said we have
and
to
get
kill
treasure.
the gargoyle.
Okay,
That's our
so
current quest. We gotta kill a gargoyle.
To crush your enemies.
yeah.
See them
Well,
driven
I only
before you.
rolled a
All right,
5.
here.
And hear the lamentation of the
Gryphon, I'll
women
make
and
a deal
children.
with you. We're not gonna finish the whole game tonight because it's gonna go on for a while.
Yeah. Okay, well, I only
Um,
rolled a 5 for movement, so I can't get...
So whoever kills the most enemies wins.
Okay,
Yeah.
well...
Oh, this is gonna be a Legolas
You're-
Gimli thing. Like
We got the
Well,
elf, we got the dwarf.
13.
You to quote Gimli, you have 2 already. I'm sitting on none, so I feel like you're making this a competition. Well, you're already ahead, and
Oh, yeah.
so I do not accept
Yeah, that's
these terms. and I'm gonna search the room.
Okay, Gimli, I was gonna say, let's move it along. What do? You search. Okay.
Yeah.
So, what room are you in?
You shaking my hand. We agreed to the deal.
That is
I want you
not...
to witness this.
No. You bastard.
Draw a treasure card, and wait. I will shuffle these
Wait, I thought
again.
you said you already did.
I did, but
Okay,
just
no,
for
fine.
the sake of being completely above board.
Well, I don't know. You're shuffling behind the Game Master screen, so could be some shady business going on.
Could be.
I don't. Oh, you're actually showing us the cards now. I do like this. Never mind.
Yeah, see, except for there's that part right there.
Alright. Draw a treasure card. Potion of Defense. Amidst a collection of old bottles, you find a small vial containing a clear liquid. You can drink this potion at any time, giving you 2 extra combat dice the next time you defend.
Wow.
May only be used once. Do not return this card to the deck.
Nice.
Cool.
All right.
Can I see that card for a second?
So has everybody, all the heroes have gone and taken their actions?
Yup.
There's no movement left or anything? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It is the monster's turn. Who's going to go?
Not saying that they ripped it off or anything, but looks a bit similar.
All right. Let's do this. Let's
Just move
go.
the door token or something.
The goblin's going to go 1, 2. And he's going to rush the barbarian because goblins are crazy like that. All right. And then he gets 2 attack dice. Rolling with my right hand, I want you to know. 2 hits.
Ooh.
Okay, so wait.
2 hits on the Bobby.
Am I rolling? I'll roll 2 and then 2.
How many defense dice do you have?
2. So
So roll both of them.
do I roll?
It's not
2?
like Warhammer.
It's not
You
Okay,
don't-
so
you
I don't.
Yeah,
Okay,
you just
gotcha.
roll. All you can defend with is 2.
No,
And you
none.
get none.
Ooh. So
You get nothing.
psycho goblin. Oops.
No DMCA
No
today.
DMCA today. What do we say to the DMCA? Not today. So that little
Not
crazy
when it goes
goblin
down
just
to
got
it goes down.
two on you.
Yikes.
Still got more health. Than you.
Well, then the wizard, he's a wizard.
All right. Off to a great start.
away at your flesh.
Okay. The other one can't really.
Can
Can't
he
really do
pass
anything.
through
No.
allies like we can?
No, he can.
Ah.
Yeah, they can pass through allies,
he
but they
can?
can't.
Right, but
He's
he
nowhere to
couldn't pass
go
through-
because he would be.
can't pass through us.
Yeah, exactly. So he will just. Well, let's see. Yeah, maybe I'll just keep it there. That's fine. I can't really do anything anyway. Top of the order goes to the barbarian.
Well, you know what I'm gonna do already. I'm a barbarian, so.
You're going to swing your sword and cleave the
Damn,
goblin
and
in half.
not cleave the goblin in half because I got 2 black shields.
Excuse me.
You suck.
Yeah, wow. You whiffed it.
All right.
Well, it's a goblin. You're like, die!
Let's keep
Okay.
swinging over him.
The fact that you
You
are
took some
standing
little off
smack
the
in the
top.
doorway, and with the goblin on the other side, means that no one else can get to them and do anything unless we go around. But, like, we don't.
You have a very good point. I'm not gonna roll for my movement.
Right now, the only ones that can really
Four.
see in the
That's
room are the
true.
barbarian and possibly the wizard can see
And
on
the
an
dwarf.
angle.
And the dwarf.
I'm guessing
Yeah,
that's
'cause the
that way.
dwarf
The
is-
dwarf would be face the
yeah.
door. Yeah, let's just.
Yeah.
I mean, for all intents and purposes. Okay. So you moved out of the
Yeah,
way.
moved out of the way.
Oh, okay.
Smart.
That was very noble of you.
Yeah.
All right, who's next?
Wizard next, then. Based on that, I'm
Again,
not.
I'm gonna say you can see him from there.
Yeah.
Just the
You
goblin.
can't move diagonally, but you can attack as long as
Okay.
you have line of sight.
Oh, I can.
Yeah, you can't when you're moving. You can't move diagonally, but because you're there and you can see him, you got line of sight to him. It doesn't have
Okay.
to be straight on a 90-degree or
Just-
okay.
perpendicular.
Just spells.
But
not
just spells,
attack.
not attack.
That's correct.
All right.
Just spells.
Well, I don't know. I am very squishy as the wizard, and given how it went last time, I'm not sure I want to try my luck with stabbage.
And you just did get 2 hits on the barbarian.
Exactly. So I'm not
Human
feeling.
flesh.
I'm not feeling particularly.
Bring
eager.
your carcass to me.
I'm not feeling particularly eager to go fight that old man, but so honestly, I think I'm gonna back out and possibly start like scanning the rest of the hallway,
Okay.
I guess, because there's nothing else useful I can really do in here because I
Okay.
don't want to waste my spells on a goblin. 4, 5.
All right.
And with the meta knowledge of no traps or secret doors, that's all Wizard's doing.
Okay. Who's up next?
Me with the elf.
The elf.
And the elf is gonna move 7 squares. So I'm going 1, 2, 3 in the doorway right now. And I'm gonna attack. I'm gonna attack that goblin.
Okay. With the pointy.
Yep. So I got 1 hit.
Okay. And the goblin only gets 1 defense dice.
Ooh,
So-
it dead.
Yeah, it's the curse you. Who bad?
Perfect, which leaves the way open for dwarf. So 1, 2, 3, and attack the whatever the hell that thing is.
The Fimmer.
Fimmer. And it gets 3 defense dice.
Yeah, that's a little tougher.
Yeah. And I
You
freaking-
whiffed it.
Ooh, damn, that sucks. Okay.
These dice hate me.
What in all the other mountain is this? You're looking at it as a dwarf freaking out.
Alright, well.
Yeah.
Have fun in the room alone with the femur bone.
Femur bone. Who's up next?
They
guy.
are.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it? We already
Yeah,
went
that's-
through?
yeah,
okay,
that's all
that
four.
went, all right, really
So four
quickly.
of us.
All right. Well, I mean, tasty morsel. He's just going to turn and attack.
Alright.
And so that attacks with 3.
Oh, jeez.
Yep.
Yeah, that's nasty. Let's see. Doesn't mean I'm going to get anything. 1 hit.
Alright, cool. I get 2 defense dice.
You can do it.
I
You
do
did.
it.
You
Yeah.
do
All
it.
right. Nice.
Boom.
Nice.
No damage for you.
Is that its turn?
So,
Yep. I mean, unless it's moving.
I don't. Can it do an action and move?
I mean, the
yes.
goblin did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So,
They
Unless you've
basically
been
have the
cheating.
same thing. They basically have the same thing,
alright.
with the exception of a couple things like
They can't
open
open
doors. You know, and there was something else.
They
They
don't
can't
trigger
spring traps. Yeah. So who's up?
You
Barbarian.
Barbarian.
Yep. All right. So we roll for movement here. I rolled a 5. So going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then
Ooh, we
this side
flanking
of
him.
him.
Chris is gonna sing something.
Oh yeah, I was saying we can't sing because of DMCA, and he's saying we can sing it for you.
Well, as long as it's not broadcast on here.
Alright, yeah.
So I'm gonna attack the femur bone with 3 dice, of which I hit 2.
Ooh,
Nice.
dang.
Okay. So I defend with 3. I'll take these 2 and this one. And nope.
Ooh. No luck. So that's 2 hits to the femur bone.
Yep.
And that is it. Actually, that's how many points
Oh
he
wow.
has.
So it is.
Oh yeah, 2
Yeah.
body points. Yeah.
That's 2. Wow.
That's 3 to your
It's
1.
gross looking. Did you see that?
That's 4.
It's got a
You've
tail on
killed
it.
everything we've encountered so far.
What about that orc? I killed him. with the
Yeah,
orc,
you
didn't I?
killed both
That's
of the
the
orcs.
job of the barbarian and things of this
You
nature.
killed both the orcs and the goblin and the whatever it is.
What'd you
I said, I'm winning.
say? I'm winning. Yeah.
No, I mean, you're winning at the game that I never agreed to play.
They're you're both winners, unless you're both losers.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
Oh wow.
because it is
1,
collaborative
2,
on your parts.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh,
All right.
Dangerous.
Okay,
Like I said, never to split the party.
one moment.
Yeah. Well.
Are you opening the door?
No, I don't think I will actually.
Oh, he's not opening the door. You can put the book down.
Yeah, because I want to be in a
Okay.
place where I can open the door, but I also don't want to open the door without backup because, you know, I'm a squishy little wizard man.
Okay, who is up next?
Elf.
That'd be me.
Okay, what are you gonna do, Elf?
Elf is gonna 8 points. You're gonna, oh, what's that? He's moving into the room. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not gonna. Oh, opening the door is free, right?
Yeah, opening
Yeah.
door is free.
I'll open the door.
Okay.
And for my action, I am going to search the room.
Okay.
For treasure.
So, you see a weapon rack, and they're chipped, rusted, and broken. So there's nothing there really that looks of any value. But you search for treasure. So draw a card.
Hazard. Ooh, suddenly the stone beneath your feet gives away. You fall into a shallow hole, losing 1 body point and ending your turn. You may climb out and move normally on your next turn. Return this card to the bottom of the deck.
Oh. Put this under your character.
Oh, is that just like a permanent thing there now?
Yeah, he's sprung the trap.
Oh.
It wasn't a trap, it was a hazard.
Yeah,
Well-
well, it's still...
Yeah.
So that's a permanent... There's permanently a pit there now?
Yep.
Way to go!
So you'll have to
put
leap-
a pit right in front of the fucking exit door.
You'll
The
have to
deck
leap
put a-
over it.
I didn't do it, just
Yes,
the
you
deck.
did.
Nah.
Now,
It's
what's
your fault.
cool?
No,
What's
I'm
cool?
blaming you.
Damn.
Wait, what did you just roll for?
Oh, I was just rolling.
Oh, so but what's cool though is that pits have their own special thing. So on your next turn, you could search the pit.
Oh, you can search the...
Yep. And I'm gonna read that to you. Hazards.
Imagine you search the pit and you get another pit and you fall into a pit at the bottom of a pit.
That would be hilarious.
Pitception.
That would actually be hilarious. A pit trap is a covered hole in the floor. If the trap is found during a search, Zargon will say that the floor looks weak and will point to the square where the trap is located. Oh, it's not a trap, though.
No, it's a hazard.
Yeah, so... Okay, but you're in a pit.
Yes.
So what happens to a hero in a pit? As a hero, once in a pit, you may search the pit for treasure or secret doors as if it were a separate room unto itself.
Huh.
So it says once in a pit. Doesn't say you have to wait. So do
Okay,
you want to search?
but the card also said it
Yeah,
ended
turn.
ended your turn.
Oh,
when you fell
okay.
in the pit.
All right. So
Well,
next
I'm gonna
time,
get to search it anyways because nobody can stop on that square because I'm in it. So
right?
Yeah.
Next time you get to do that.
Okay.
Um,
So, what are the rules for jumping across the pit or whatever?
I'm
Okay.
an elf. Elves are tall. You could probably like walk on my shoulders and to cross it.
Once a pit trap is sprung and a pit tile is placed on the board, the trap cannot be disarmed and removed. As a hero, you may, however, attempt to jump over it. And it does say jump in all caps. Hence the
Nice.
jump. Page 20. Jumping a trap. If your path is blocked by a trap, you may attempt to pass by jumping over it. To jump over a trap, you must do the following. You must have at least 2 squares of movement remaining. And if you moved onto the trap square and then... Oh, you must have at least 2 squares of movement remaining as if you moved onto the trap square and then 1 unoccupied adjacent square beyond.
Okay.
You must roll anything but a skull on 1 die to jump the trap. If a skull is rolled, you spring the trap, suffering body damage caused by that particular type of trap, which would be 1 point.
Right.
If there's a corresponding trap tile, it will then be put on the game board. Blah, 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 blah. If you avoid rolling a skull, you can jump over the trap, expending 2 moves. If you have any moves remaining from your dice roll, you may then continue your move.
Okay, but so what happens if I fail the jump roll? Because they're already in the pit. Would I just take the damage and keep moving? Or would I Because
If you failed your jump roll, you'd fall in the pit.
but they're already
yeah.
in the pit.
Mm-hmm.
The elf's already in the pit, so that's only one square. I can't
Yeah.
be in the same square.
That's a
pit.
good question.
How's that work?
Well,
Doesn't.
do you have any moves left?
No. No, it ends,
No, it ends
turn.
It ends turn. when
Okay,
you
but
fall
what
in
did
the
you
pit.
roll for movement?
Like 4, and that was 4 moves. It was like.
So yeah, this is where some errata would be nice on this. So as Zargon, the evil dungeon master, I'm gonna make a executive decision here. Okay.
Yeah.
Is the executive decision being able to walk on the elf's shoulders because it's tall?
That'd be pretty cash money of Zargon.
That would be.
Let's see. Normally, you can move out of a pit on your next turn, so you wouldn't have to roll to climb out or anything.
Yeah.
Two heroes cannot occupy the same space. So I would have to make a judgment call and say that pit trap is blocked.
So
You couldn't effectively fall in it. You could trip on it and stumble, make it over the pit, but you couldn't fall in the pit.
So would I still take the damage if I fail to jump? Do I even need
I
to
would
try to jump?
I would say yeah, because we would treat it as a fumble. Like you
Okay.
tripped, you made it, but like instead of
Alright.
landing gracefully, you know, you
Okay.
caught your shins on the edge or something.
So, but does failing that also end my turn? Because I've not fallen into the pit. I like tripped over the pit. Because with the pit itself, falling into it ended his turn.
Right.
So, would failing to jump over the pit end my turn?
I'll say yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, let's see how this goes.
You got to roll.
Yeah, I
the
gotta
other dice.
roll move. No, I gotta roll movement.
Oh yeah,
first.
yeah, yep.
I gotta
Yeah,
roll
'cause
movement in the
otherwise-
first place.
Okay, so you have 6,
Yeah.
so you could
So
make
I
it.
could 1, 2,
2, 3.
Yeah. Oh no, you're
4, 5, 6. Yeah, so I could.
Yeah.
Well, okay. You
So
know
now
what?
anything but a
I
skull.
Don't roll a
Which
skull.
means I have a 50-50 chance. There's 3 skulls,
Oh, yeah.
2 shields, 1 black shield. So.
He
Hey.
makes it.
All right. Whoop.
That's what 3 moves
3,
now. Yep.
4, 5, 6.
Okay. Now hold on. You're out on that side. Let me
Yeah.
see.
Oh yeah, I'm here. Is there anything I can see from here?
Nothing other than what's already there.
All right.
So,
Cool. I'm here.
I have a question.
yes.
The DM, is this not blocked off on purpose? Because I don't see like one of these tiles there. Because you've got it blocked off like everywhere else.
Well, your hero can't really see that. So,
Okay.
so until you go around the corner, I can't tell you. I cheated a little bit, like I said, and put some out to try to like help the setup of the game. But
Yeah.
you know, like now that you're out in the corridors, I'll put things out as they appear,
Awesome.
as they show up in your line of sight. Okay.
Okay, cool.
All right. So who's next?
Well, if there's no monsters active, then
Yep.
it's the Barbarin.
Alright, so I cannot search the room again, correct?
I don't know that you cannot. There's nobody in there. You have an action, and you have movement, so you could take an action and then movement.
That's true. Okay, yeah, I'll do that. I'll search the room.
Okay.
Just treasure card
Draw a
again.
treasure card.
Pit. Ah, damn. Wandering monster. That sucks.
Okay, read it out loud.
As you are searching, a monster stalks you and attacks. Zargon places the wandering monster listed in the quest book on any square next to you. The monster attacks immediately. Return this card to the bottom of the deck. Why do you get all the cool shit? You get like a
Okay.
potion of defense. I get attacked and I fall in a hole.
I'm just better.
So,
Man, next card I draw is gonna be like, you filed your taxes incorrectly. You all.
So yeah, this monster just kind of comes around the corridor here and wanders into the room.
Another one?
No.
Oh,
Sorry.
Okay.
Trying to find. Here we go. Orc with a flail. Yeah.
Orc with flail.
I was gonna say nothing. Femur bone.
It's an orc with a flail.
I do think we should include hiding it with gun.
It attacks you.
Yeah.
So I need that, please.
There you go.
Thank you. And it gets
Attack
how many attack
3.
dice? 3.
3 for
Three?
an orc?
Ooh,
Yeah.
Wow.
Orc gets 3.
Okay.
It's a
I'll-
1 in a
I'm
million.
willing to
1 in a
count
million
that just
shot.
for the
Yeah.
Sheer.
Okay. Fine.
fact that the die is balanced on the rim of the
So 2
dice
hits.
box.
1 block.
One block.
Not good enough.
Eh,
I don't know if you
Got
could
the
see
same
that on
health as me
camera, but
now.
I just rolled the die and it balanced right on the rim
Right
of the
on
die
there.
the dice box, and it was a hit.
Alright.
Okay.
It's all fun and games until I get to attack the orc next turn. Then it's not gonna be bad.
are you gonna move?
It's 10:24. Do we want to keep just rolling with the stream?
Oh jeez.
It's 10:20.
It's 10:24. I can't
Wow.
believe it. Yep.
Okay.
Oh
That.
goddamn.
The moment of truth.
I don't know.
Let's at least do one more round through turn order.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So let's finish this up and then cut it.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So
Okay. So you searched. So
I can move.
You can
I
move.
can still move.
Yeah, you can run away from the orc like a kiss baby if you want.
I'm gonna stay in place. I'm not gonna move.
Oh,
You just
peer
bullied you.
pressure. Oh, the peer pressure.
Damn. All right.
All right.
Well,
So-
Who's after the orc? Let's
uh,
keep things moving along.
that would be wizard because that
Okay.
was the barbarian's turn.
Okay,
okay.
Wiz. What you gonna do, Wiz?
Now the dwarf's right there. I'm gonna open the door.
All
I
right.
have backup before
So let's see.
the monsters get to act.
Swap that out. And then I need furniture. What are those things? Those dressers? Yeah, bookshelves. Alright.
I just noticed there's a little rat on top of that.
There's a bookshelf.
That's nice. Rats are good.
There's a bookshelf. It's like your nice little reading library.
Filled with goblins.
There's a chest.
Ooh.
And
Is there anyone in the room?
There isn't any one in the room. There are
84 in the room.
2 in the room.
2 in the room.
2
What?
chaos warriors.
Oh Jesus!
Ooh. No.
Oh.
Let me see this.
Oh, this is not a fight I am prepared to do as a wizard.
Actually, that one should be here.
I could.
Yeah, that's how they're set up.
fireball.
So they're set up like this.
Wow, that's tough. Okay.
Yeah, this is gonna be tough.
I want to run. Cast or run.
Yeah, well, I can
Cast
do
and
both.
run.
Yeah, I can do both.
So
thank
that
you
was a
very
free. That was
much.
free.
Yeah, open
You
the door
haven't
is a
moved?
free action. I have not moved yet.
And you haven't taken an action, so
Yes.
you can always bravely run away. And he can't do it. Almost
Nope.
did it. So Chris, if you're still there and you want to like hit the Monty Python Brave Sir Robin, there's 2 yet. But this goes back to what we were talking about earlier about the DMCA, the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, where if some streams allow sounds to be played through the chat, and so people drop sound bites in the chat, and that can get the broadcaster a strike, a DMCA strike.
So spells do you have?
A lot of
What's that
spells. That one is 2 body points damage, which I'm thinking is
That's
my
pretty
best.
good.
Yeah, Well, it has a chance to not take that.
Oh.
And it
Like an
inflicts 2
area's
body
effect?
points. No, nothing. No AoE.
So
That
there's
sucks.
basically 6 wounds in that room that have to be
Yeah.
done.
Okay. Oh.
There's no dishonor in backing away
Yeah.
from there and letting some stronger firepower
Yeah.
come in.
You can
Well,
cast and then run.
yeah, I can cast and run, which, you
That's
know,
true.
I think I'm gonna hit the one that's direct line of sight from the door with a ball of flame.
Okay, read me the card, please.
So the spell may be cast on a monster enveloping it in a ball of fire. It will inflict 2 body points of damage. The monster then rolls 2 red dice. For each 5 or 6 rolled, the damage is reduced by 1 point. So
So I roll 2 red
Yep.
dice.
motherfucker.
I rolled a 5 and a
Damn.
6.
Oh,
So
that
that spell,
sucks.
so absolutely nothing happens,
Okay.
and I wasted my second best offensive spell. Cool.
Do you wanna? How do we feel about going until we beat the Chaos Warriors?
I'm good with that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm fine if we
Okay,
want to
okay.
keep the stream going
Yeah,
and just finish the game.
sure.
All right.
Make
So,
It'll be a long stream to
Yeah.
upload, but I don't care. I mean,
Oh,
and
no.
if our viewers are sticking around, you know, they'll stay for as long as they want.
yeah. So
And we'll just continue to
I'm
stream.
gonna do as chat says and bravely run away at this point. So 7.
Wait, hold on. Just back up a little bit, and I can help out. Go. Yeah.
Yeah.
I should have used that chair and I could raise it up so I could see over this.
Yeah.
It's okay though. It's
Oh,
all
wait, it
good.
go up.
You don't
It
have
goes
to.
up. Oh,
Yeah.
it do go up. Ooh, I'm tall now.
Okay, so you came down the
Tremble
hallway
before
this
me.
way. All
We're
right.
not special.
And
We're not the same
then
height as you.
who's up next?
That would be
Elf.
me. So, Elf, that's actually incredibly uncomfortable. I'm going to move 5. It's not good, but it helps. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to cast a spell now
Ooh.
on the Barbarian.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Pass Through Rock. This spell can be cast on any one hero, including yourself. That hero may then move through walls on his next move. He may move through as many walls as his dice roll allows.
Oh,
Caution, there are
damn.
shaded areas on each quest map which indicate solid rock. I'm assuming that's like along the edge here.
Yeah.
If a hero ends his move in one of these areas, he is trapped forever.
Oh,
So,
damn.
goes to the dwarf.
All right. Well, dwarf is big man. He ain't taking any damage yet. I'm gonna go fight some. Never mind. I roll a 2.
Oh,
Snake eyes.
Well,
that sucks.
come at me, I guess.
Bro.
Then, because
Come at me, bro.
have enough movement to go
Alright.
fight you.
Barbarian,
No, monster
orcs,
turn.
chaos, orcs.
All right. So this orc has 2 targets now.
Who's he gonna pick?
Is he gonna continue to attack the barbarian, or is he gonna go for the
1, 2,
elf?
3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3 the barbarian, 4, 5, 6 the elf. 1, 2, 3 the barbarian.
Reroll.
Oh.
3 hits. This
Alright.
could be
Bodes not
deadly.
Well,
No, it-
barbarian
no,
still
it
has 4
couldn't.
HP.
Yep. He's not dead yet.
Yeah.
No.
He's almost dead.
Almost. Quite nearly. Very dead.
Does the elf have any healing spells or anything?
Nope, I have the healing spell. Unless there's 2 healing spells. I
No,
don't know.
the elf does have a healing spell.
Oh, the elf has a healing spell. The
What do
elf
I
can
do once
also
I've,
discard
yeah.
their used spell. Anyway, but that's for.
Yeah, just put your discard here. Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so let's not done.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, no,
'cause
the
orc-
barbarian.
Chaos Warriors.
Oh yeah, Chaos Warriors, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yep. Thanks for keeping me focused.
Oh, I mean,
So,
no, they're no Chaos Warriors. Shit, don't move. Don't move them.
Let's see. They move
Yeah, move of 7.
7.
Ooh, 7?
1,
Sheesh.
2, 3, 4, 5, and then he'll attack the dwarf.
I don't like where this is going.
Because I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna move and take my action. He attacks with 4 dice.
Jesus.
Yeah, they're pretty nasty.
Okay. Well, no, we'll count that as your roll. That's
2
Oh,
hits.
2 hits. Okay, that's
Yeah, let's get that
2
out
hits
of
on
the
2
way.
dice. That's actually a lot better than I was expecting to be dealing with.
Well, there's 1 block.
1 block.
Okay.
One
hey,
block.
Still
Yeah.
better than
Yep.
Okay.
4.
And the
Exactly.
other one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5
Oh.
on the wizard.
This is not good.
2 hits.
Alright. 2 defense dice for the
I'll get these
wizard.
out of the way here.
Damn.
Nada. Okay, so 2 hits.
Yep.
Oh, jeez, that's half my HP.
Decisions.
Alright,
So-
now it's to the Barbon.
Yep.
Alright, now it's my turn.
I have
Now,
a feeling we might not live to beat the Chaos Warriors.
Barbarian gonna move. That's crap, but I can move 5. It's a 3 and a 2.
Yep.
We should have chosen like a different color dice box. So I'm gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
And
You're
I'm
gonna put the
attack.
smackdown on him.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna put this. Oh yeah. I'm gonna put the smackdown on me.
Oh, you're showing your Wisconsin. Your Wisconsin is showing.
Gonna 3 attack dice. Gonna
That's
roll.
cockeyed.
Moving this out of the way. Damn.
Okay.
A hit.
And then I
But
defend
he gets
with
4, he gets
4
4
defense.
defense dice, so.
So
Yeah.
it's
Nothing.
blocked.
Alright. Well, okay. Wizard. Okay. I do not like these things, so.
You could heal as well.
I could heal you.
I
true.
am kind of like
You could
one
heal.
single hit away from death.
Yeah, that's true. But like I'm, because there's
Wait.
Cheer
What's that
up,
do?
Brian.
sleep. Yeah, I could sleep one of them.
Yeah. Yeah,
I-
exactly.
I have a lot. There are several options. Okay. Yeah, because sleep it says the monster is unable to move, attack, or defend itself.
Ooh, free hits.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, no, I'm
It's
gonna
like putting a big
sleep,
sign on it. Kick me.
I'm gonna sleep the Chaos Warrior that's
Just closest over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
in front of us,
Okay.
and yeah, that's my action, I guess.
And that, how long is that good for?
Until it is broken, which
For every
the monster. Oh, the spell can be broken at once or on a future turn by a monster rolling 1 red die for each of its mind points. If a 6 is rolled, the spell is broken.
Okay.
So you roll 3.
Okay.
If it's a 6.
When do I roll it? On monster turn?
Apparently, right now, and also on the monster turn.
Okay.
It
I guess.
resists, and then if it goes through.
Yeah,
And it has how many mind
3.
points?
3.
So you roll those, and then.
Okay. There's a 6.
Fuck.
Should
I don't think I need to roll the other one.
Yeah.
Right?
I
Okay.
am.
Well, you know, when it hit, it bounced
Deke.
out of the. So
Deke.
because of this thing called physics, it bounced out of the
Deke.
box for a sec. So
Deke.
yeah, really, if you
Stop
want to re-roll that.
trying to.
Mm.
Okay.
I'm just rolling
well,
hot. I'm sorry.
Stop punching me under the table.
I mean, I don't know what I'm
punching you.
apologizing
You are
for.
entirely punching me under the table. The camera can see your arms moving.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're a terrible liar.
It's like what
Oh,
Max
at
Headroom
least you
said.
can run.
Yeah.
Yeah, pansy.
Well,
How
I
do you
have
know
2
when a
hit
politician
points
is
and 1
lying?
attack die.
I have 1.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna move over there. Should have done a different thing than what I did, but oh well.
I mean, it would have been really good if it worked.
Yeah, if it worked, which it didn't. I should have done one of the things that would be better.
I mean, what does heal do? What does
4
your do?
HP.
Oh,
I got
we have the
4
same
HP.
heal, I think.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, well.
Is that
Elf.
all the heroes? The
Oh,
elf?
no,
elf
that's
type?
half. That's just halfway through it.
Yup.
Okay. Let's go.
Alright, kill that orc.
So I'm gonna move, and I'm not gonna roll because I'm gonna roll a minimum of 2, and it's only 1 square. Is that alright with you?
Yeah.
So I'm moving 1 square there. And I'm gonna attack. Got like
Okay.
2 attack dice. Nope.
Well,
Not
Alright.
not killing you today.
okay.
Let me
Well,
live.
Personally, I think I would have DD'd out of that room and
dwarf attack.
gone after the chaos. But
Oh, that would have been smart. Yeah.
1 hit.
one hit on the
Yay.
chaos warrior. Okay.
I get
And then-
4 defense dice though.
Seriously?
Yes.
Oh, the chaos warrior.
Yeah, the Chaos Warrior have.
I was
The
thinking
Chaos
of the orc
Warriors
still.
get 4 attack and 4 defense. This is. Yeah.
And he
no,
defends
there we
it.
go. Alright. Okay, and that makes it their turn.
Why are there 2 chaos warriors in the very first level?
Because this game is
Because
supposed
there
to
are
be
no
hard as shit.
traps. There are no
Dark
traps,
Souls
and there are
board
no.
game.
I mean,
No,
no,
boss
that's
stuff.
up there.
Yeah, that's up there. Exactly.
Okay. Let's see. Well. He can't do any. Oh, he broke it, didn't he?
Yeah, no, he. Yeah, the spell didn't even have a chance to do anything.
All right.
Immediately broke it.
So I'm gonna attack the dwarf here.
Okay.
It's 4 attack dice.
Yep.
Right.
No.
2 hits.
Alright.
You can block it.
I can.
All right.
I'm like 1, but still.
And barbarian.
Ooh.
3 hits.
Well,
Alright.
it's been a good run.
Barbarian's dead.
Yeah.
All right.
He only has 2 defense dice, even if you roll
So
low.
the
He
barbarian.
dead.
Well, I can be revived.
He goes
if you
out-
Cast heal on me, but oh, you ran away. Actually.
Yeah, no, I also. No, I can't. You're already dead. By the time it's my turn, you'll have been dead.
I thought that was just wizard. Read how heal
I
works
will.
again?
Yeah, I will read.
I
Dead
can't.
heroes. As a hero, you die when your body points are reduced to 0, and you do not have a healing spell or healing potion to save yourself. As a hero, if you die, you are
Okay,
out of the
yeah.
game for the rest of that quest, and you may, however, rename your hero and play him as a new character in the next quest. Armor, weapons, and treasures that belong to you prior to death can be picked up by any other hero in the room with you.
You're right.
Yeah.
If there are no other heroes in the room or corridor when you die, any monster in the room or corridor with you will claim your possessions. It may not,
Damn.
however, use them.
Oh,
They are removed from the game.
Oh.
that sucks.
You don't have a healing potion, right?
Nope.
Okay, and you don't have a spell cast. Spell.
Nope. You're not a spellcaster, so
Yeah.
alright, barbarian's dead.
Sorry.
But wait, I'm actually hold on. I'm gonna do this real cool trick right here. The second. All right, so now I've actually got my character Thorin the Second. He's come to a
Son of Thorin.
yeah, he's come to avenge his father's death.
All right. Well, he can come back in the next game.
Yeah,
All right.
Alright.
which
So,
we're playing
who's
immediately
up
after
next?
this one.
Well, Chaos Warriors have gone. Barbarian's dead, so I guess that puts it to the wizard. I literally can't. Okay. Well,
They revived me on the way.
okay. Guess I'll try something. Okay. 1, 2. Can I see him from there?
Yeah.
Is that good? Okay. I just want to minimize capacity for getting. He's got a movement of 7. What am I even
Yeah.
worried about? Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast a fucking genie at him.
Whoa, what
Which,
does that do?
5 combat dice is what it does.
Oh. Wow, okay.
Sweet.
So, if I roll well and it rolls badly, it's gonna just straight up kill it.
Roll
Alright,
One,
that's
two,
3.
3. Nice.
Is the amount of body points it
Will
has.
Smith
Yep.
got angry.
Yeah,
again.
because that was already
Yeah.
that was already damaged. So
Was it?
No,
No,
they
it
just
wasn't.
have 3 body points.
the Chaos Warriors.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought one of them took a damage already.
No. No, it resisted the fireball.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Kill
All
it.
right. Okay.
Congrats.
That's how you
Got
do it.
Wow.
All right. So you want to hand
Bam.
that to me?
Sorry.
I can get up and get
There
it.
you
Sorry.
go. All right.
All right.
I
See, if
Elf.
you just use a little planning, this is why it's good to move in a squad. Like especially, like I would have gotten out of there, but you still have one to go. So see what you can do here. See if you
well,
can.
it's elf
see if you
turn
can take it
now.
out.
All right.
Hand me that
Elf.
bag, would you?
Nothing left in there.
That's nice, son. There you go.
Elf is gonna attack the orc with two. He's gonna attack. One hit.
Mhm.
Okay. He defends with what? 2?
2.
Nope.
All right,
Dead.
dead orc.
5
Right.
to 1. Yep.
Yeah, but also none of my characters are dead, and one of yours is. So
Wait,
who's
what were you
losing?
smiling about?
I
Does he
said
have 2 body
No,
points?
no,
or?
I said 5 to 1.
Oh. Okay. Who's up next?
Anyway, dwarf. So guess I'll attack the chaos warrior again. Huh?
Nice. Okay.
2 potential hits. It's pretty good.
No.
2 blocks from the monster. On the nut.
Damn.
Well,
Run away.
Yeah, they're pretty tough.
Run away. Rejoin the group.
okay, let's see.
You could run.
If I doubt that I'm going to roll enough that I can run around the chaos warrior and get over to you.
I just meant the part.
Yeah, no,
that's
that was my plan.
Yeah,
I didn't realize that was what you're. Okay, yeah. So
Yeah,
I'm just gonna
Okay.
grab over.
Who's up next?
Chaos warrior is.
Oh, geez, we blew through that round already?
Well,
Alright.
there's only
Barbarian's
3
dead.
people now.
Yeah. Alright, so they can move up
So I think we
to
got a
7.
7, so
Was he here?
yeah.
Not back here?
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was there.
Yep.
2, 3.
Alright.
I mean, closest target.
Yeah.
Attacks with 4.
Yep.
2 hits.
Alright. Where my luck's been going, I've been consistently blocking, so at least so.
Well, not so consistently blocking. What are you
shut
down
up. 3.
And
It's hanging
That
in there.
works.
Yeah.
They're pretty still pretty tough.
Alright. So
Top of the order now.
top of the order. Alright.
When the whiz from where the whiz is,
Wizard.
you can see.
But
So
he can't
No,
attack.
but I can see the dwarf.
he can spell. He can
No.
spell. Huh?
no, because
He's
He
not
can't-
going through. He's going this way.
I'm not sure if that works, but
I don't know either.
regardless, I'm not doing anything to the Chaos Warrior. I'm casting Courage on the dwarf, so he'll get an extra 2 combat dice next time he attacks.
He could cast a spell at that angle.
Okay, well,
If
it,
you-
it doesn't it doesn't matter. He's
Okay.
not.
Yeah.
He's
Alright.
buffing the dwarf.
Okay.
All right, Elf, what you doing?
Is that like some kind of special coded love talk? Sorry.
Buffing the dwarf.
I'm gonna move. So I rolled a 7.
Nice.
7.
Okay.
7.
Dude. Oh well. I was gonna say you should have came out this way if you could have.
Hit. Didn't
You
I
know.
will hit.
Yeah. Okay.
You didn't want to risk the pit.
Okay. Do you want to search the room or anything?
Ah, sure, you could search
yeah,
the
I'll
room.
search the room. Give me a
Watch,
monster.
there's-
Heroic Brew. You are surprised to find a leather bag hanging on the wall. If you drink its contents before you attack, you can make 2 attacks instead of 1. This may only be used once.
Oh.
Nice.
Can you give items to other players? I can't remember.
I believe you can. You can trade gold. I know they mentioned that specifically.
Yeah.
Alright. But let me take a look while you guys are doing your thing.
Okay. Well, dwarf gonna attack this man. Get him. Hide.
Damn.
Still.
Did you get hits?
2.
Okay. On the chaos?
Yep. Oh, sorry. There you go.
Okay, alright.
No, he's attacking the wizard.
I don't think friendly fire is God!
I'm
Oh,
rolling
Fucking-
hot. I mean,
damn.
I'm rolling hot. What can I say?
that's-
I didn't really.
You need to roll. Well, don't roll better. You need to start rolling worse.
Yeah.
Tape like a washer to the side of the die. Make it loaded or something.
Alright, well, that's.
So the only thing that it says
Chaos Boy's
explicitly
turn now.
Chaos
about treasure we know you can use spells on other characters. It says if you wish you may share the gold coin treasures with the other heroes. Later between quests you may use the treasure to purchase additional weapons and armor from the armory.
Odd.
Yeah, because really you're supposed to record any gold coins or potions on your character sheet.
I see.
There's nothing beyond that I can see that explicitly says you may give one of your potions to a fellow hero, but you may only do so on your turn.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, so it's Chaos Boy's turn now.
Okay.
Oh, Chaos Boy.
He's gonna go for the dwarf.
Yep.
One hit.
Wow.
Oh, wow. You
Damn.
can block this.
Yeah, I can.
Alright.
Alright, I don't even need to pop the defense potion. Of course,
Well,
I don't
yeah.
fucking roll.
Man, have you tried getting better rolls?
Have you tried to get it better? I snorted. You actually made me snort. Bravo.
Okay, well,
Oh my god.
I'm not dead
Have you
yet,
tried
and you
getting
are,
better rolls?
so
I've
you don't
killed
get
5,
to talk.
you killed 1. Bigger number.
All right, let's go. Let's move this along.
Alright, I see. Back
Alright,
to Wizard.
so
Wizard.
Wizard.
Wizard
He's the whiz.
of Ard.
Okay, well, God, there's only so much I have left that's even useful. Okay, well, I'll use my last attack spell to
I think it's
blast
frozen.
it with flames,
Okay.
and unless it can roll a 5 or a 6 immediately on a red die, it'll take 1 body point of damage.
So, it's discussing
So
the
nice.
resilient. Your Chaos Warrior needs to roll a 5 or a 6 in order to not
Yeah.
take a damage.
On one die.
Yeah.
All right. 5 or a 6.
Yep. Fucking.
You should. I know playing Warhammer isn't really your thing, but his entire army gets to roll used to be able to roll a 5
Oh
or 6.
yeah, I remember you telling me about that bullshit.
I
may
roll fucking hot all the
Yeah,
time.
I may or may
roll-
not like go on during the game and be like, man, I hate this rule. Man, this is a dumb army.
Anyway,
Why did
well-
I get disgustingly resilient?
Take
My
your,
turn.
Take your elf
Elf.
turn.
Where's
Take your elfin
Oh,
turn.
there it
What
is.
do you got? Yeah, thank you. 7. Again.
Come on, lay this dude to waste. Oh, any potions or buffing of the stuffs
Mm.
of the.
I don't think I can attack. Can I attack from that angle? Diagonal? Or is that only spells?
Let's have a look at the book because I just saw.
It's
that.
not a problem if I can. I have a different thing that I can do.
I don't think attacking will work. I think only spells can do that.
Alright,
but we're gonna
so-
see. Hold on. Attack.
How many points is the dwarf down?
Yeah, he's down to 2 out of 7.
Ooh, okay. What do you think would be better to put on the dwarf? An
Any
extra
monster
defense
that
die?
you're adjacent to.
Yeah, okay. An extra defense die or 4 body points? I'm thinking heal.
Yeah, just
Okay,
heal.
so I'm gonna heal the dwarf. He goes up 4.
Oh, nice. Now you're thinking. Okay.
Right. Back
Yeah.
in better
Dwarf.
business. Yeah, I
Okay,
know.
Dwarf time.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Hammer time.
actually, I've got a short
Come
sword. Fuck.
Oh,
Damn, that sucks.
could have really used that.
Shoulda, woulda, shoulda.
All right.
Anyhow, wait, you've taken no damage yet.
Oh yeah.
So elf went, dwarf went.
Elf went, dwarf went. Is the chaos boy.
Okay. I'll take this. These two. And who's still over there? The dwarf?
Yeah, dwarf.
Gonna go for the
still-
dwarf.
Ah, jeez.
2 hits.
Alright,
Well, at least it's not 4.
yeah.
Yeah, could have been worse.
No blocks though.
Hey, I'm glad I healed him.
Yeah, because that would have got me dead.
Yep. That would have gotten you dead. Alright, and it's his turn.
You done
that,
caught a case of death.
that was his turn.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you don't want to move since you're right there?
I mean, it could move. Actually, why-
Nah.
Okay.
All right.
Back to the elf.
Okay.
Elf is gonna... Oh, wizard. I'm
Yeah.
thinking... I was looking at the dude with
Yeah.
the sword. I thought it was a staff at first.
Okay.
Remember,
many?
you can
3,
pass
4.
through your hero.
1,
You can pass
2,
through your
3,
companions.
4. Okay. I'm sick of this man's bullshit. I'm gonna cast Tempest, which will create a small whirlwind, and the monster misses its next turn.
Wow.
So
okay.
it can still defend at least, but it won't get to attack this time around.
That's
which is
strong.
good for us.
That's good, yeah. Alright, so... Elf is gonna move... look, I'm just gonna move 1 square, okay?
Alright.
Moving a single square. And Elf is gonna attack.
Oh,
Well,
yeah. Get his ass.
Stick it.
1.
1 hit.
Gee, I can't wait to see if he defends this or not.
I mean,
Wow, would you look at that?
Yeah.
I am so surprised.
This is my shock face.
alright.
It's tough. It's
Wait,
a tough.
why am I
It's a
grabbing
tough
4?
character to.
Well,
1.
Okay.
1.
Wow.
Oh,
good
shit.
job.
One hit.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so he's
That's-
down to what, 2?
Yeah. Okay.
Better than being at 3.
Alright. Elf. I've got.
Oh. Can you guys put that right there?
Oh, yeah. Whoops.
Thanks.
It's gotten bumped. Okay. I mean, honestly, I don't have any more spells that I feel like would be particularly effective in this instance, so I'm honestly just gonna move 1 and
Ooh.
use my 1 attack die. Well, it does nothing, but yeah, better than
Alright,
some of
so
my spells would be useful in this instance.
my turn. I'm going to attack. Before I attack, I'm going to use my heroic brew, which lets me
Nice.
attack twice
There you
instead
go.
of once.
There you go.
So
Alright.
I'm just going to roll all of them at once.
Is it in sequence or?
Well, if you drink its contents before you make an attack,
Mhm.
so
You get to attack twice.
it just says you get to make 2 attacks instead of 1.
Okay.
I feel like that means I don't think that means you get to roll 4 dice. Then I think that means you get to roll 2 dice and then you roll 2 dice again.
So effectively the same as rolling
It's
4 dice.
No,
it's 6 of one.
because-
It's 6 of one, half dozen of the other.
No,
like-
Well-
because if you roll 2 dice twice, the Chaos Warrior gets 4 defense dice against each pair of dice. Whereas if you roll 4 at once, it's 4 against 4.
yeah, I
And
guess
based
that
on the
makes
wording,
sense.
All right, so 1 hit. You
Okay.
want- do you want to roll now, or do you want me to roll my other one and then just do that
No,
after?
just go ahead. Yeah,
1 hit.
all right.
2 hits.
All right. Well, one hit from one hit from another.
Okay, so I gotta defend 1 hit. So now he's down to 1.
So do you want to?
You
No,
got
you-
1 success.
No,
No, you gotta roll the defense for the against
Yeah.
the second attack.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, none.
Oh,
All right,
okay,
cool.
so he's down to 1.
All right. Okay, dwarf. I believe in you. I believe in your strength.
Go, Dorf.
I
You got
believe
this.
It
I
can
believe,
fly.
I believe in Steve. Her name's not
God, I haven't
Steve.
thought of that song in so fucking long.
Oh shit, is that copyrighted?
Yeah.
We're gonna get copyright struck for me
It
saying I
depends.
believe in Steve.
All right. Well, it's
Well, I
his
think you
turn
can
now.
mention. You can probably mention the
You can
titles
mention
of
the
songs.
name.
Yeah,
But
fair.
I don't
If
think you
you
can sing or play
Yeah.
them or
Oh.
rebroadcast them in any.
And
Anyway, that
well,
depends.
back
It's your
to
turn.
Okay, so is the
Yeah,
dwarf
it's
still in the front there?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see if we can pick him off.
No.
3 hits.
Okay,
Maybe.
well, that's. I have 4 hit points left, so you know, can't kill me this round. Chaos Man. You can come very close, but you can't kill me. Okay.
Wizard.
All right, wizard. 1, 2, 3. Gonna cast my healing spell on the dwarf.
It's taking forever just for this battle.
Bring him back up to 5 HP.
It's like real D&D.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Now,
to you.
Several hours later.
I'm just gonna attack
Yeah.
again. Might as well 1 hit.
Okay.
It's only got 1 hit point left. If we
Yeah,
Kill
if I
it.
fail this, like,
yeah,
that's it.
yeah.
If you fail this, I finally get to go to bed.
Failed it.
Well, that's cockeyed.
I mean-
Don't make him.
You want to reroll it? It's
Do you
cockeyed.
want me to reroll it?
No, he doesn't want you to re-roll it. We kill it. He's dead.
So it's dead.
Is dead.
Yeah, I
Is
killed
nice.
it.
Shut up.
6
Thank
to
you.
1.
Anyway.
Great success.
Great
1,
success.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, I thought we were going till we
6,
finished the combat.
7, 8. Yeah, well, I want to see what's in the treasure chest. Then we can stop.
Okay, fair.
'Cause there's
Okay.
a treasure chest. It's our.
So
it's
there
our
are no
reward.
longer any monsters in the room.
No, so I search the treasure chest. My dwarf is Italian now.
Sadly, the
It's
treasure
so
chest is
Mario.
empty.
Son of a bitch.
Damn, seriously?
Well,
Uh,
good to know that your barbarian died for nothing.
I'd say serious as a heart attack, but I don't want to jinx myself.
I mean, I wouldn't
But,
say
yeah.
he died for nothing. He got to kill like
This
5
chest,
things,
this treasure
so
chest
it's
is
cool.
empty. Yeah, but you could stay in there your next turn
Yeah.
and then search the room.
Yeah.
No, It's
Okay,
11.
who's up
Yeah.
next?
Well,
I thought we were ending it here. After
Yeah.
The combat.
Oh, you want to end it
Yeah.
here?
It's
Okay.
11.
All right.
yeah.
Yes.
Well, Twitch followers, viewers, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thanks to our special guest
Yeah.
Gryphon for coming in and
Thank
playing
you.
HeroQuest with us. Check us out on Instagram at Black Dragon Tavern Online. Check us out on Twitter at Tavern_Black. Check us out on Facebook at Black Dragon Tavern.
And we will be posting a Discord invite link to each of those social medias. So keep an eye out if you want to join the Discord.
And we'll post up an event. We'll be here tomorrow, 8 p.m. Central. Tomorrow we're going to be doing Fireside Chat, and we will also be doing From the Workbench, where
Yeah.
we will be painting up some more models, and who knows what we're going to get into, what kind of trouble and mayhem.
Well, yeah, I believe that is it.
Thanks, everybody. Have a good
Yeah.
night.